Camera's on the up.
I know that's what I was meaning. It's done something weird with it.
Oh.
Apologies. Streamlabs has been a pain in the neck. Oh, it's not even shown as this actually. Why is it not shown as this?
We've gone invisible.
Remember, people can hear us now, so you know.
I know. I'm just
Oh,
apologising
there we
to
are.
them.
I'm speaking to everyone else in the chat.
That's us. We can see each
Yay!
other now. Let's see if we can get some music. Should be able to hear that.
Nope. I am. Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
I was only joking.
That chat actually. What is that?
Everybody's so quiet.
It's because we're waiting on Lee doing his introductions.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Not doing that anymore. No.
I'm busy.
No, we don't do that anymore. Yeah, you get people for that.
Alright, fine. Okay, fine. Let's get started.
No, I don't really need to if you don't want to.
If we didn't, we were just gonna sat quietly just on our
Yeah,
phones
just-
for like an hour.
Just
Like, I can't be
watching,
bothered.
just watching the chat stream. Just watching chat.
Okay, right. I'll do some stuff. Hello and welcome to the triumphant return of Mutant Year Zero, the ruins of South Lanarkshire, where 5 weeks ago we left our intrepid zone explorers in various different locations. Well, actually 2, you know, but various.
Weeks ago.
I think 5 weeks ago. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was 5 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Since then, the people before you have travelled around the galaxy and the universe, across time, into the future, fought fought aliens, fought Terminators, fought Cthulhu beasts. But now we've returned to the
I've
original
got an ad
games.
if anyone else has.
Boring mutant.
Boring old mutant.
Oh,
Boring
you also
old
forgot they've also fought small disabled children.
This is true. This one was all-
It wasn't much of a fight, right? It was more like
It wasn't much of a fight, you're right.
That makes it so much better, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, you want to go into a fight that you know you're going to win, let's be fair.
yeah. I mean, you know, don't pick it. Right, Logan, is the ad over?
Aye.
Also, Logan, subscribe to our channel. Come on.
I'm on
No.
Play the game here, eh?
Refuse. Right. So anyway, so yes, we left our adventurers doing different tasks. Scott and Logan were busy trying to commit suicide. And the other 3 people were doing sensible things on the Ark, apart from Richard, who was just bludgeoning somebody to death with their own arm.
I don't think what they were doing was sensible either.
That's true. These are all doing various levels of incredibly dangerous things. Gray is trying to impose socialism on the Ark. Rachel has realised that she has been a kind of absentee mother to 8 children, while favouring only 2. And Ulf has decided he will rip off the arms of anyone that badmouths his friends and beat them to death with the wet end, and then hide their corpse. From what I remember, anyway.
I didn't hide. Oh, no, I didn't hide their corpse.
Yeah,
Oh,
did
I
you
left
put the
quickly.
tarp
Well,
over?
Bogart
Yeah,
and
I left.
Dodger are protecting the Ark as a whole.
They are. So, to give a brief recap, that stuff I said happened, kind of happened. Does anyone have anything to throw in that I might have forgot?
The grenades.
No, I'm just going to sit back and watch the
The grenades,
Logan
oh, yeah.
and Bogart
I'm gonna
show
throw
from
the
here
grenade
on
on
in.
that.
Until we
Yeah.
have to
Well-
roll our new characters and you just get to roleplay the rest of the evening.
Because we're going to meet your 2 old friends, to be confirmed and to be confirmed. And it's like, oh yeah, we've known you for ages. We should have brought you along instead of these other guys who make terrible decisions. So yes, just to clarify, Bogart and Dodger did head off into the zone to see if they could find the traitors from within the Ark, and they did indeed, after hiding out for some time, find some people that fit the description. It was 5 named PCs who I definitely know the names of.
Based off
and
Sunny
I'm
of
about to say-
Always
Yeah,
Sunny in
this is-
Philadelphia.
The funnies.
I don't believe that is true. I think they're completely original characters. who are not based off anyone at all, but just might happen to have the similar sounding names. Factions, common areas, bosses. Nope. They are.
It's okay. I'm useless with names too. I am just giving characters stupid names in my games from now on.
I tend to name them after people from video games. I'm trying to stop doing that. However, yeah, you're right. These characters were Dennis, Charlie, Sweet D, Mac, and Frank. So I did literally just call them the exact names of the Sonnies.
How original.
I also took the character art that they've done for an episode and used that.
I've came up with names in games for my characters and then found out that they're like a main character in a book later on.
I actually named some characters in Mutant, and then when I went through them to check the character sheets, realised I'd named them the same thing. So I must thought, oh, that sounds like a great name. And then 3 days later, when I named another character, not looked, and went, oh, that sounds like a great name. So yeah, it's hard to be original, especially when you've named 87 characters. Anyway, the camera flies down the clouds. Ooh, is he subscribed to us or something?
Yeah.
Crashes through the clouds, through the smog, slips by the ark where things are happening, but we're going to ignore that right now, and pans into our friends who have just thrown a grenade into a room, into the the veterinary clinic that you discovered earlier in your adventures. You throw a grenade in, you slam the door.
Yep, and then run for cover and pull out our guns.
Yeah.
You just run for cover and pull out your guns. A few seconds, you hear kind of excited shouts, and then, and yeah, there's indeed an explosion. Did you jam the door shut at all? Did you pull something in front of it?
We did jam them because I was locking them in a place and he threw a grenade.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we're not going to. That's fine. There was a heavy thing beside the door for some reason, and you just pulled it down and it's jammed the door shut. The grenade itself, though, does not cause fire. It is a shrapnel device. So when you threw it in the middle of them, it blew up, and they couldn't really get out of range of it because they were kind of trapped and surprised by it. But yeah, about 10 seconds pass, 30 seconds pass, and then you hear something banging on the door very, very heavily. And as you do know the characters that have gone in there, you know Mac is a particularly large and powerful enforcer, and you can see he's doing something at that door and a crack is appearing on it. You hear some lower voices. Another 30 seconds pass, and something comes flying out of a side window. It was simply glass. And you see them start to climb out.
So I start shooting.
Yep.
I was going to start running.
Oh,
You
interesting.
bastard!
Just because you said how big Mac was.
It's like, I like that. I kept giving you 30 seconds, like, we run away. And you're like, no. Stay here. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's fine. You've made your decision. I'll say you found some
ran.
Right. So Logan, have you ran or did you wait until the thing came out the window before you ran? Because that might have informed Scott's decision.
Yeah.
Decision?
When something threw out the window, I ran.
Cool.
I'm not dealing with this.
Cool. I am going to activate my frog legs, and I'm going to make sure to hit him in the fucking shoulder. No, I'm not going to do that. That's just cruel. I will use my super speed to get away. And as I run past them, I'm literally just got to go you're going to abandon this.
Yeah, that's fine. So, you just wait for a weirdly long amount of time before running away. However, Scott does have the advantage. You did use your mutation. Roll me 1 mutation dice, please.
Okay.
Or 1's the only thing that causes a problem.
Right. I'm going to roll physical because switching to that's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, no problem.
I got a 4.
You're gone. You are just large strides, just unbelievable. An athlete, poetry in motion. Dodger, he overtakes you in half a second, and before you even blink twice, he is ahead of you. He is going down the road. However, if you want to get away, you're going to have to roll me a stealth roll, or I'll give you or movement to basically just get the hell out of there. I will say that the grenade in the room has kind of shook them a bit, as it would do, and they're kind of coming out here not knowing what to expect.
Just sneak.
Okay, no passes. Right. You dart off into the woods beside the road, thinking I'll just get a bit of distance and I'll just hide somewhere in here. However, your dog seems confused as to what you're doing, and as you kind of jump underneath something and pull the dirt over you and start to hide, your dog's just kind of sitting there, just watching. Yeah. A moment passes. I'm going to have. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. No one ever phones me. Give me 1 second.
Great timing.
Oh,
So we'll
how's
just do the
everybody
cool
been?
dance whilst he's doing his phone call in the middle of stream.
Oh, hopefully it's good news about
How
something.
unprofessional. He would turn his phone off, surely.
Sorry, it was my mum. Like, she never. That's so weird. She phoned me. Doesn't
Phone your
phone me.
mother.
She uses WhatsApp.
Why didn't you
I'll
ask
get
how the stream's going?
Call your mother. Go away.
Can't. No. She knows to call me before 8 o'clock at night. She knows what time I stream. I put it up on Facebook. She sounded pissed.
What
So
if
I'm going to pay for that later on.
I was going to say,
yeah.
maybe it was something important, so maybe
It was
you
not
should.
important.
Okay. You know
You
better.
just said yourself. She doesn't phone you.
Yeah, if it was
I
important,
would
when
assume
said
there
it,
was a
"I'm busy,"
problem.
She wouldn't have said, okay then. She'd have went, no, I need to talk to you. You know, that's how
Yeah.
conversations work.
Okay.
Your mums are weirder than mine. If they were like, okay, cool, I'll get you later. Anyway, so, yeah, so you go off and hide. They're going to come out, and I'm going to say a couple of them are going to look for you. Who would look for you? Who's good at looking? She's a chronicler, so not him. He's definitely a grunt. Dennis. I made Dennis a stalker because I thought it was really funny.
That makes sense. I am
To
all
anyone that
for
knows
That's
Always
all
Sunny,
it.
yep, absolutely, he's a stalker.
I know enough of that. I know how he is with the coffee
This
lady.
would have been over if we had Nightman and Dayman.
We wouldn't stand a chance. Day man,
Fighter of the night, man.
Well,
Anyway, yeah,
fighter of the Bogart. Master of
Uh,
karate, he's a little bitch.
they all kind of fan out, and after a moment, you don't hear anything. And then you hear Dennis shout, "There he is!" And all 5 of them start running towards you, Logan. I'll say right now, you're at long range.
Oh, actually, I have the rifle.
Okay?
Can I take a shot?
You absolutely can take a shot. I'll say Dennis is the closest one to you.
Take out Dennis.
Go for it. Dennis is not wearing any armor. He is wearing what I would describe as a bad cosplay of a hell
Dennis.
driver. Nice.
How do I use my weapon?
See what it says. Scrap
Just
rifle.
attack?
Just
Aye.
click on the bit that says attack. Yep. That's a fail.
Fail. That was bad.
Motherfucker.
Are you pushing it?
I would push it if I was you, mate.
How do I push it?
Basically, you roll 4 additional dice.
Is that the
Basically, you can just roll 4d6, mate.
4d6? Four. Oh, that's right. Is that right?
Okay, good. Okay, so you pushed
There you
it.
go.
What I'm going to say is that your weapon has now lost a bit of power. The first barrel you shot, and it misfired in some way, and it's a 2 barrel rifle you have, and one of them just seems to clog and breaks, and you panic and you pull again, and this time you do shoot, and it hits Dennis, and it hits him in the leg, and he does take some damage, and he kind of screams. There we go. Actually, let's say that comes off there. Oop, not there. And he slows down a bit, but he's still moving towards you, and then you see the rest of them kind of like turning around. I'm going to say you've got time for one more action to do something, and then after that it's going to be their turn.
Run!
Oh god, I'm stuck in attack, ain't I?
No? Okay. I'm sure you've read the rules of this game, Logan. So,
No, he hasn't.
you've got lots of things you've been able to.
Yeah, you
can
know
try
it's me,
to-
have no.
to run away if you wanted.
I was going
you
to say it, I just run.
Of course you can. Yes. You have a slow action and a fast action. What we'll say is basically, your fast action was, your slow action was actually shoot. Your fast action can be run in this situation. So you can try and get a
Okay.
movement roll to try and get some distance on these guys. but I will say that they're all going to pull out their weapons and shoot at you now. Jesus, man. Okay. You try and run, but they're keeping pace with you.
Shit.
You've not managed to get any further away, so I'm going to say you're all at kind of medium range now. We're going to have to roll some initiative here because, well, you know, I've had some chances. So see the bit that says initiative, just roll that.
Would I know this is happening? Would I hear the gunshots?
I will say that
Oh,
give me an
I thought so.
appropriate check to see if you hear the gunshots. Call it a scout, I think, is the closest this game's got.
Okay. Can somebody roll me the scout? Every time I try to go to this, we all freeze. So.
Oh.
Five, okay.
My scout sucks, so this is unfortunate for you. But if you decided to like warn me that you were going to run, maybe I would have helped you.
I just thought you would run, to be honest.
Okay, cool. The good news, Logan, is that nobody rolled as high as you for initiative. So now the combat has started. I will say that I will work out some things. The concussive blast has done some stuff to these guys. However, you don't know what it is. And yeah, you've now got another option to do something. You can try and run, or you can try and fight, or you can try and hide somewhere. You can do some stuff. Although hiding would be, I've got to take some dice off here, so some successes because they can see you.
I vote hide.
I have
Remember
another
you
hand.
Real good.
Remember, you have mutations. I don't
Yeah,
know what
but
they are.
I know
I'm
he can
gonna
eat
go,
things.
Yeah, and I've got 4 arms, that's it.
That's pretty good close range, but you're in a gunfight.
It's
Aye.
pretty good
Push
close
it
range, and
real
also
good.
there's 5 of them. Between the 5 of them, they have
Those
10 arms. So you know. Right. So what would you like to do?
I do have another hand grenade though.
If you want to try and throw a hand
Yes.
grenade, however, what I'll say is that they have kind of spaced out a bit. So I'll say in motion, get 2 of them with a hand grenade.
Who's near each other?
Don't worry about that. Just tell
Okay,
me.
I just find
I have no idea, mate. Right? Who do you want to try and throw it at? You can name 2, then I'll say yes, they are there.
Dennis and Charlie.
Okay, try and get Dennis and Charlie. Yep, Dennis and Charlie.
We're
are kinda
finding out
bunched
who
up
his
a little
favourite
bit.
characters are. Sorry.
Charlie's my favourite character, even though he's the
Charlie
worst.
is
They're all
my
terrible.
favourite Charlie.
So
I like Mac.
You like Mac? Okay, now the
I've not
appropriate
watched
one for
enough
this-
of it to have a decision, but in the early seasons, Dennis is my favourite.
Jesus.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
That's extreme.
I will say that
Because he's such an awful person. That's
That's
why.
true.
Like he gives me the best comedy by his awfulness.
we'll call it a I don't know. I don't know, a fight roll or for a shoot roll, whatever you want to call it,
Shoot
to get this grenade.
or a throw.
Shoots.
throw.
Is throw,
Shoots
is
my
throw in
eyes.
there? I couldn't see throw. So I thought throw as well, but it doesn't seem to be there.
Bro, there's no there.
Aye,
No, I
with
don't think
with
throw
so
was.
many games, I forget which ones have which skills.
Well, that's why I keep saying stealth in this instead of sneak, because stealth is the obvious name for it. I think
It
most games
means
use
the
stealth.
same thing, though, doesn't it?
It does mean the same thing, yeah.
No, but it can become a
Okay.
problem when you're searching for it and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. It's a good thing there's not that many skills, though.
Right, Logan, what did you roll? Oh my
shoot.
god, 3 1s.
He rolled appalling.
Amazing.
Matt, this is the
Like-
worst rolls I've ever done, man.
Did I
Great,
hear them?
That one.
Push it real good.
Logan, you've rolled shite so far this game.
I was going to say,
This is the first time I've ever rolled bad in general.
I
With
know,
all the
yeah.
games I've played.
right, you
This is
rolled
amazing.
3 1s, right? So-
So,
You're taking damage for this regardless, right? I
Yeah.
can't let you not take that damage because that's
That's
3 1s. However, I will let you push the roll. You can roll 4 dice and try and get some 6s.
So what am I rolling again, sorry?
Just 4d6, mate.
and you're wanting 6s, mate. You want at least one
Oh.
6.
It definitely has feels like it shows rituals. Yes! You should have seen this rolls last night.
Screenshot that. Oh my god.
Okay, right. Here's what I'm
The
going to
devil's
say.
on my side.
Well,
I shouldn't be
here's
saying
what I'm
that,
going
but
to say. The 3 1s, I'm going to say the 3 6s can cancel them out, or you can choose that they take damage and you take damage. What would you prefer?
they take damage.
Good man.
Balls to the
Ride or die.
wall.
Okay, I'm going to say here's what happens just so it makes sense, right? As you go to throw it, you put your arm back and you go to throw it and you're jumping. You look back and you've actually caught your arm on the thing you were trying to hide in, like there's some bush. Like, you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! And then as they run up, you manage to throw it, but you completely miss time and basically throw it straight in front of you all.
Oh,
And then you all look at it, and then you look down and look up, and kind of look down again, and then as you all go at it, and it throws you through the air. Now, these things are horrifyingly damaging. So in order to negate the damage slightly, I will allow you to do a move roll, but I'm going to minus 1 success off of this. And it was Charlie and Dennis, you said? Is that right?
Oh,
Charlie
there's only
Dennis.
2 of them, weren't there?
There was only 2 of them taking it, getting out of the way. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
shit in hell.
Right, he got 2 successes, so he's going to get some damage taken off. And he got... Oh, dear God. Oh, okay.
Look at all the maths he's doing right now. You can see the smoke coming out his ears.
They take enough damage at the start, and then the second grenade to kill them is what he's scouting. I'm hoping.
Right.
I'd laugh if he killed himself, like.
Logan, did you roll a move roll for me? I'm minus 1 success off this for you, so roll me a move.
Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, swearing.
You're banned.
Don't worry about it.
there you go.
I've already been banned.
Finally, you
I
got
just
2. Okay, great. Finally, Jesus. Okay. Logan,
Yeah.
roll me 2d6 minus how many successes you got there. So you got 2 successes, yeah? Roll me
Yeah.
2d6. This is for the damage you're going to take, and they're going to take,
D6.
and you're going to take this off your agility.
3 and a 1.
Jesus, well done, mate. Right, you take 2 damage to your agility, so your legs just get spattered with shrapnel, tears into your shin, your thigh. You feel your legs kind of go out from underneath you.
Please
Your
tell me you've
dog
got
takes the
agility.
same damage. Agility should be his highest stat, I think.
Did I run in and save the dog?
Aye.
Yeah, come on. I want to save the dog.
So how
Just
much
runs
does
in.
dog take? 2?
We're gonna
You
talk
take
about
2
it
damage,
with the
your dog
dog.
takes 2 damage, and they
The
take
dog.
2 damage. Charlie's legs are effectively kind of like torn to shreds. Like you see it must hamster. He goes down and he tries to get back up and then just screams and hits the deck again. Dennis stumbles to his feet, favouring his right leg, but it's just like, fuck you! And what damage did you take? What was the agility? What's your agility sitting at?
3.
Okay. The other 3 are still there, so they're now going to get to take their shots at you. So that leaves Frank, Mac, and Sweet D. They are going to. Frank is just going to start blasting. Of course he is. There we go.
Anyways, I started blasting.
Yep. He misses, luckily. Okay, Mac is not going to start blasting. He is going to run straight up to you and try and bludgeon you with his scrap axe. Because he is a melee. He gets what? Jesus Christ! I have
Holy
made him ludicrous.
crap.
You are so. He gets 1 success.
That was
So I'm
bad.
gonna say with a flat side, he just rattles you in the side. You take 1 damage to your strength.
Can your guys not
Okay.
do like push rolls?
No.
No.
I'm not
What are
putting
you doing?
NPCs that can push rolls because he
What
throws
are
so
you
many
doing,
dice.
Rach?
I was just asking
Why?
Carry on.
Why were you asking?
because I'm an asshole.
Also, but Rachel, they've chosen not to
This is
use
where
the
we find out
mutations
she
yet.
hates Dodger and wants
That's so
Dodger to
funny.
die.
It's almost like that's the case.
Every one
This
of
seems
these
like
guys.
Alien all over again.
Every one of these guys has mutations, and they've not used them yet. So things could go really wrong.
Only Flair was here.
I know, right?
Sweet D runs up with her scrap knife, and just cuts you once across the face, and then rattles it straight into your shoulder and pulls it out and swats at you because Sweet D looks like a bird.
Of course she does.
There's another 2 damage to your strength, mate. Are you still up?
I'm 0 for strength.
You're down then, mate. You're broken.
Oh.
You hit the deck. Okay.
I love the awkward silence though.
There's nothing I can do. I'm not there.
At that moment, Ray and and Flair just fly in on winged horses. And
We've mutated into like winged centaurs, and we've
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
like, yeah.
Right, I don't know if I would be able to do this with my mutation, but can I like run in and grab him and bolt?
Can I send
If you
dog
want
for
to-
Bulldog?
Can you send dog? Boy, dog, still progress. I'm horribly injured and I'm going to die. Let's go. Right, Scott, this is an entire choice for you, mate. You sprinted away. You will definitely have heard the grenade. I'm going to say is you can turn on and you can sprint back there, but there's another round to go before you get there. In your analytical chronicler mind, you know it's 5 against 1 at that point.
Yeah, but I was just trying to think if I would be able to grab him and run, but then I'm like...
You don't know his hurt though, do you?
What's your strength at?
I'm assuming he's hurt. If 5 people have caught him, my strength sucks. But I do have the strong legs.
I'm a goner.
You have the strong legs. I tell you what, right? How do I want to do this? Okay. Logan, you've got nothing left yet? You've not got any traits? You've not got any special abilities or anything that get you up off the ground, or?
If I pump all 10 of my mutations into my legs, can I get him out of there?
Can I jump high enough?
If you want to pump all 10 of your mutation points, however, if you want to do this, because it's risky, I'm going to say we're doing the book rules, which is the ones count as any ones. It's not 1 and then a reroll, it's a 1 and then what happens, happens.
Oh.
You want to risk it? Because this is so dangerous. I'm into it. I want it to happen.
Whole game
Yeah,
is dangerous.
care
to be
enough
fair here.
about Dodger to do this.
I'd
No,
to
you
sure
don't.
keep it. No,
I mean, they did
He
come back
ran.
for me in the first place.
He
You know
chose
what?
To run.
Canonically, he has been saved by Dodger, and he does help. I'm going for it. Fuck it.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I will say that you go and as you kind of come sprinting back, you come just firing down the road and you don't see them, and then you hear the gunshots, and you turn and you look and you see them all round something, and they're all kind of closing, and you see 2 of them the 2 of them appear to be hurt. Then the other 2 run up to who you assume is Dodger, and you see Frankov just kind of just wildly shooting at nothing. And yeah, you're going to sprint up, so you have to roll me 10d6.
Right, let's go. I'll do this for thematic purpose.
Yeah.
Everyone can remember this is on stream, so
3.
everyone can see this magnificent fuck up.
2.
2 is fine.
4.
Fine.
4.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it off street. He's doing it
Oh!
off camera.
Was that a 1?
4? I keep rolling 4s. I'm going to roll this a bit harder. 3.
Boring.
4.
Oh, give us 1, come on.
Oh.
1.
Yes!
Oh.
Keep going. How many have you got left? Is
I
that
think it's 1 more.
For purposes of everyone watching,
5.
if they would like to spend some of their channel points on, maybe say about 5,000 channel points to change one of those rolls to a 1, you are very welcome to do that.
I got
Right,
1.
so-
I got a 1.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
Well,
1.
As you are running and you're just powering, you're using all the mutation adrenaline that you have in your body, you feel such a crawl up your neck and burn down your
Hey,
chest.
shaders.
you feel the kind of muscle, the muscles, the veins, your arms start to burn, and you see them kind of protrude and start to turn black. But you're too deep into this. You need to get this guy. So you sprint up, you barge them out the way, and you grab him, and you just start pulling, and you just keep running, and you keep running, and you keep running. And of course, it's mutation, so it's always going to work. They are going to take some pot shots after you. I will give them this a -2 to success because you are running really fucking fast. But I'm going to say, well, Charlie's out the game. Dennis is going to take a shot at you. His shot, I say it's a -2 to success, so let's see what he gets. He misses. No successes. Sweet D does not have a weapon. Mac does have a weapon, so he's going to shoot.
I thought Mac was more of a hand-to-hand. Oh.
He does. It was okay. That was mainly. He does 2. I did say -2 to success.
Oh yeah.
So he shoots, and you feel him flick like.
Just catches my shoulder.
It's your bit of serpentine. You're a bit off balance, so it just misses you.
I like to think I'm literally dragging Dodger across the ground as I'm sprinting.
Yeah. For you, this is a nightmare. This is like getting like crashing a motorbike, and then it's like getting dragged across the ground.
It's that scene, like The Boys with the road.
Yeah. Like he's gonna look back, and it's just gonna be like this jacket, just in this bloody bit of pulp underneath it. It's like, I saved you. Ugh. No, I didn't. I've saved a part of you. And of course, Frank is gonna keep blasting, and
he's gonna keep on blasting.
He ends up in it, and again misses. And you just get away. You just kind of hear them shouting after you. You see them kind of start to try and give chase and that, but you're just so quick.
I just got to keep going until I know they are not catching up with me anytime soon. I would probably run to that merchant's.
That is particularly far away. So what I'm going to say is instead, as you're running, 5-10 minutes go by, and you see like the ruins of a village ahead of you. It looks abandoned, but there is one building with a light on in the middle. You can't hear any shouts. That appears to be the closest place with shelter. I'll say at this point, night is falling. It's starting to rain. You start to hear the howls of things in the zone.
At this point, I will just chance my luck and I'll hit the door and I'll be like, "Please, my friend's injured. Please help us."
Oh, I forgot about that accent. Oh.
What I will say is, as you go and you open the door, and you look at a room full of people, not ghouls, mutants. And with that, we'll go back to the arc. So we travel back to the arc through whatever time period this is now, because I've lost all sense of time. I really need to start taking notes on this.
I'll put my stuff in the arc because I moved everything from my house into the base now that we've got set up in Miri, and I'll turn around and go, "Hey, has anybody seen Dodger and Bogart? I haven't seen them in a while. I hope they're getting on okay. I don't imagine they get in too much trouble, but you know, we should probably keep an eye out for them."
They're probably dead.
Nah, they're probably going to be fine. I mean, they're the most level-headed of us. I mean, you know, I don't see there being any problems.
They make
you know he's left Dodger
all the time
at the factory. You know he's left Dodger at the factory.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, he can keep his head low. He doesn't need to do anything. He's not going to do anything stupid like, you know, cause explosions or take on anyone that he can't fight with. And he's got his dog with him. He's got dog meat with him. He'll be fine.
I should also remind you of that. I did not grab the dog, Logan.
That dog could not keep up with you either.
Yeah.
I gently practice my trombone in the corner.
I'm hoping the dog finds us and survives, but I'm telling you. And I know that for your character class, that's a problem.
Oh, shit.
Well, we will find out. I will remind you that there is a location on the ark called the dog pile. And that is where all the dog handlers of the ark get their dogs. Because their dogs die. It is not a kind world you live in.
Yeah, but
anyway,
there's so many puppies.
Oh,
have you ever seen a picture of like the ugliest dog in the world? They all kind of look like that.
Yeah, but they're puppies.
They are, yeah. just sit constantly, one bulging eye.
Oh god.
Weirdly cute though.
Nope. I'm not having any of that.
Yous are in the armory. Yous have you have the children that you like with you, Flair. Your other children. You send them back to the nursery. Yeah, gross.
They're not my children.
Yeah, that's what you say to them. Mum, you're not mine.
There's nothing good about who you are or what you do.
I only like these two. They're the best ones. Anyway, so and Gray, you have your gang with you now. You have Face and the other two that I can't remember the names of. And you've sent out some letters. Now, 2 replies you've had. Do you remember what they were, or do you want me to go through it?
That must be so long. I can't remember anything.
Fine. Dell has said that he will sell the food for you and give you a split of the profits. However, he does not want to share the food. He was willing to share with you and him, and he would sell it from the armory, and he would take some to his shop and he would sell it, but he will not work with other bosses. O'Brien has said he would love to, but he has nowhere to store it and does not want to paint a target on his own building because there is people in the Ark that don't like bosses and don't like buying things, and he doesn't have much in the way of defense other than the fact that he's willing to like make weapons and stuff. He's not a soft target, but 20 minutes could turn up with baseball bats and kind of like destroy stuff.
So, are you saying that the food will break the machine that is the Ark?
Yes.
Probably.
That is-
Okay.
Well, what I'm saying is that the bosses do not want to work together. You've not yet had replies from Diane, and the reply you had from the Dominant is that they will gladly take the food from you and continue to distribute it amongst the people, because they are trusted to do so. But they reminded you that this food will also run out, and they're willing to like ration it and hand it out as and when. But they won't work with the other bosses because they don't want to be seen as favouring any boss that doesn't want to get involved or one that does want to get involved. They won't take, so they'll take it all or they'll take nothing.
See, what I would have liked to happen, which obviously isn't happening, is that every like group has a share, an equal share in it, so it's everyone's fucking fault when it all goes wrong.
I know what you
It's not
want.
gonna be that easy.
Okay, right, so this is breaking the machine, so I propose that we burn all the food.
Huh?
Okay.
Well, if
Right, I think you've lost a few pebbles in your
I
head.
took my trombone again.
I did not want this at all, and I have it, and I don't want it, and it's not good.
I mean, I think she lost her pebbles when she started shooting people in the face.
That's true.
She's long gone.
You cannot burn the food.
She can.
I know it can go on fire. Look, it's really easy.
Don't
you're
you
good on
touch
this.
it.
She throws some in the fire. And... Oh my god!
It goes up really easy. Like, really.
If
That's
anything, that
really
was surprising. That
flammable.
was
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean, considering it's airtight, that caught flames quite well actually.
I'm
Uses-
gonna whisper that oath. We're not going to have to kill her, are we?
I'm also stuffing my face with as much as I can beforehand. Like, we're gonna need this.
No, she'll be fine. I mean, she
Okay.
knows what she's doing. I mean, she's a boss, right? I mean, she shot that guy in the face several times. She
But
must
you
know what
can't
she's doing.
get rid of all the food. My girl
Still
and
waiting
I
for gun.
Yeah, don't
still
worry,
have
and
to eat.
And don't worry, once we find Bogart, he'll be able to talk sense into her. So
Stuffing
Yes,
food down
Bogart
other
is
people's
what I'm
clothes as
thinking.
well. Like, here, you're gonna take as much as you can carry.
You get a knock at the door. Well, I say a knock at the door. You have guards at the door, and they tell you that somebody has
knock
turned
at the
up.
door.
It's a very
Uh,
loud knock. Everyone
Yeah.
hears it.
So yeah, the knock at the door is the guard saying, "One of Diane's fucking, I don't know, flunkies is here. Floppies, what are they called?" And indeed, yes, there is a little acolyte, a little scrawny fella. You don't recognise him. He's got his face kind of covered, and he just goes, "Diane demands an audience with you to discuss the food.
Whoa, she demands nothing of us. We
She
offered her a
demands an
proposal.
audience with you as the
Show
ruler
me.
of the Ark.
I can kill him.
You're summoned. You're
It's like a wee tiny.
James! Oh yeah, this is like he is like 4'6". He is like maybe 6 stone.
He's got
and
worm
he is,
transformations.
Yeah, all his mutations have went poorly. Like everything made him worse, and he got no powers from it. This is, she demands that you attend the Church of the Golden Future. No.
Right, listen.
Go like
I think
more
we-
pale grey than I am.
Hmm.
And stop
Yeah,
chewing as
grey.
much, and then offer the wee guys some food silently.
I
He
was
goes
hoping
to
that you were
knock
just
it from
going
your
to
hand
murder him.
really feebly, so like he goes to knock it from your hand, but it doesn't come out your hand. He's just kind of like you're still holding
Just
it.
like
It's like, I do not wish your fate until Diane has blessed it. No.
Like, listen, this is not how this
Step it down
works.
with
We send out a letter to
I
her
am
to come
talking
and
to
meet
you,
us.
little ruffian.
Can I kill him?
Yes.
like looking for his eyesight. Probably not. I mean, he's probably
The
gonna
boss
die in
has
a couple of
said
minutes
no.
anyway. Look at the state of him.
Maybe you should just let him. He will.
A box of food just falls on him.
Whoops.
Amelia, and his arm is just like again. This is someone who had nothing and has been given purpose, and he's very, very proud of this purpose.
Yeah, I get this.
Even though his purpose is the take the risk that Diane doesn't want to take herself.
Oh yeah,
'cause he
she
makes-
sent her most expendable person. She's been like, no, I don't send one who's useful. Let's send the idiot, the one that's loud and squeaky. He can go.
Showing us the ultimate respect, of course.
Yeah, but he looks upon it as being given that holy task. He's got a stick with like I don't know, weird religious symbol on top, which I've not decided what it is yet. But it's.
I like to think that it's like one of the baby dolls that like for teenagers
Oh,
that
that's good
scream,
because it's a
and it's like
golden
painted
child, isn't it?
gold on the stick.
A really
Spray
poorly
painted
painted
gold.
baby. It's like kind of flake gold on it, but like kind of.
No.
It's like the child demands your presence. That's brilliant, Scott. Yeah, that's what it is. Really shitty baby.
What the
Oh,
fuck are we
creepy
doing
as
here?
fuck.
Every now and again it goes.
I will.
the chat has done their vote.
No,
He walks off with his kind of club foot, like hobbling off.
I will
Uh,
go and
him.
tell her she must come back.
Oh, are you going to go to the church and tell Diane that she's to come back? She's to come to you.
Yes. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Are you waiting until this fucking little peasant goes away, or are you gonna like walk with him and have a chat?
I'm
What's
gonna
your plan?
follow him. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna go with him.
It's like you trail about 20 feet behind because you just do not want to speak to him. And he goes by and he'll point you like, repent, join the church, and they'll be like, fuck off, you wee dick.
We
Um,
apologise. We're not with him. He's just leading.
Are you
us
coming
to
as
his
well? It's all
glory.
coming.
that's his actual name, Weedick.
Right, so Ulf and Flair are both going. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, Gray, are you going? Are you answering the summons, or are you?
I'm going to get her.
As I have established, Gray is fucking terrified of Diane. She does not want anything to do with Diane.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole reason
So
I'm
just-
going is just
just
to bring her
still
back. To
Stuffing
get her. I'm
food
not
in
going
everyone,
to-
everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. So yeah, you're just busy ramming sacks of food down people's necks. Eat the food.
Putting it up their sleeves, putting it down their tops, like hiding it in their hoods when they're walking past.
For the first time in their life, they're crying. It's like I couldn't eat anymore. I don't understand
Go on,
this feeling I
try,
have,
try.
but too much.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna come back to like a bunch of just really upset, people that don't know what's happened, but for some reason they don't want to eat anymore. So yeah, you follow Redick back to the church, which is just this kind of broken down church building at the very north of the Ark. It's got like a kind of shitty fence around it, barely even call it fence. It's just like some metal posts that have kind of rotted away, and there's like maybe links between some of them. There's some what you've always thought of was just kind of like weird stone things in the ground that have got very hard to read words on them. And then there is a church. You know that Dan has chambers in the back, and the acolytes kind of sleep in the two main areas. As you go up, there is two large enforcers standing at the front of the church. They have names, because they all have names. Hold boss buildings, common areas. God damn it, I really need to work this out at some point. Hannibal's unit. Remember Hannibal? That was fun. Okay, I'm going to say this is Gideon and Samsung. Samsung? Samsung. Samsung.
Can't wait to meet iPad.
So, see, at first I gave them random names, and I thought it'd be funnier to give them kind of like biblical names. But before I thought that, there's just two called Marcus and Clarion, because I thought those sound like kind of weird names. But a lot of them do actually have. Actually, Christ, I named all the acolytes as well. Holy shit! I have too much time on my hands. Right. So anyway, yeah. Samson and Gideon kind of see you approaching, and as wee Dick goes over, it's like, "I have to let the summons." They're like, "Just go in, just go." And they see you come in, and like they kind of like they stand to attention, put a large kind of spear, or large kind of glaives into the ground. They are quite heavily armored. They have fairly decent armor for the Ark. It looks like they paid some amount of scrap at some point to some gearhead to make something pretty much matching and kind of intimidating. I'll show you them if I've not showed you them already. There's Samson. They're like Ulf. They're very, very tall and very, very muscular. And they kind of look at you. Where is she?
We are here to bring your leader to her.
No. She was summoned here.
Yeah,
Yes.
we summoned you
Gray
first.
doesn't answer these summons.
I don't think you got the letter, but we summoned you first. So if you can bring her with you, then we'll be happy with that.
No. She's not going to the place where you murdered the last boss that you encountered.
Oh,
You can't guarantee her safety.
Oh,
How
so you can't
about-
be that good at your job, right? I mean, if you come with her,
No, you
she'd
should probably set up some kind of ambush. Like the
How-
amateurs you are.
how about
We're not going to
we
walk
meet at
blindly into
the-
death. We're not stupid.
Oh,
How about we
okay.
meet at the nursery? That's neutral ground.
How about this? We will pick a place that we can meet. How about we meet at the Dawn Vault?
Wait a minute. How about we just meet in the town center? I mean, if you're picking places, how do you know we're not going to jump us?
Exactly.
Let's just meet in the town center around everybody, and we can have the discussion there, right?
You just wish to call an assembly to do this in front of everyone.
Why the fuck not? I mean, she's trying to
Well,
get,
if
trying
she
to get
wants
everyone
an
on the same
assembly.
page, right?
Yes, we should do that.
You read the letters. She's trying to get everybody on board. Why not?
She's trying to sow dissent within the Ark and place herself in a position of power, which she's
You clearly
not.
don't know Gray. You clearly don't know Gray.
Right.
She's clearly not ready to be a boss and has no business being a boss. She plans on ruining the Ark, as far as we can tell.
And yet here we are. She's got this far, right? On limited knowledge. Imagine what she could do if she had power.
Well, she's got this far on blind luck and a weapon that nobody expected her to have.
Friend, we're all here because of blind luck. We'd be dead already.
We're here
Come
because
on.
we built this and we chose a leader
Of course you
that
did.
knew what she's doing and has a vision for the future. What's Gray's vision? To share the food amongst the rabble?
Well,
At least
actually,
it's in a
keep us
week.
alive. To keep us alive. Keep us all alive.
Gray wants
this
us
had
to all live.
What's the plan beyond the food and giving it all away?
Oh, protecting us from those, what do you call them? I can't remember the name of the gang.
Assholes.
Hell drivers.
The what's?
Hell drivers.
The assholes.
To keep us protected from the hell drivers. I mean, all of us working together is probably better than not, right?
Oh, really? Well, I'm sure you have seen to work upon the wall then, yes? Or have you immediately started dishing out food with no thought to that?
Yeah, we
I do believe nobody sent an exposition to go and get more parts for the wall. I also
Well-
believe that Gray took apart the vehicle you had to drag the equipment back as well. She
That
gave it
is
to me to
true.
make some plans. So how about you go speak to your boss, and we will we'll meet out about I just remembered that they don't actually have a way of measuring time on the Ark, so I'm gonna like ring the bell. We will
When
ring
the
the
shadow
bell when we're ready to-
falls on the dawn vault.
When the sun is at its highest in the sky, we will arrive at the meeting place.
It's
and
time
we
to
will
have
ring the bell.
survived because I can imagine clocks are there somewhere.
Sundials would
I
exist.
have a sundial.
Yeah.
Wow,
Gray
I
shouts from across the arc.
Yeah.
Agnes!
Wow, does Diane let you ring the bell? God, you're really important, aren't you?
I serve my purpose, much as
must
you serve
be
your purpose.
right up there.
My place is to protect Diane, which I'm doing so by not letting her walk into the lion's mouth.
Very
We
biblical
know
of
of no lion.
Yeah, you're
but-
very biblical.
Okay, weird that's. Well, if that is all, I invite you to leave.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, Samson, you still on for poker tonight?
Oh yeah, obviously.
Come on, see you.
We fulfill our jobs to the exact
Yeah, we do.
specifications of our
We
jobs.
do our jobs to the specification. See once it's quitting time. We're all good.
Meanwhile, Gray is making her way towards one of those vehicles.
That's fine. Now, that's what we'll come back to in a second. As Flair and Ulf are making their way through the arc, you pass the fire barrels, the previous mentioned places where people gather for gossip and whatnot, and you do hear whispers of the food being tainted in some way.
Oh. Can I try and listen on the conversation?
You can absolutely just go over like what you're talking about if you want, or do you want to do it sneakily, like, or you're like,
Yeah, I
"Fuck
was
you
gonna
talking
do
about?"
it like sneaky, like sort of try and pick up what they're saying.
Yeah, it's you just see various kind of mutants kind of talking in hushed tones, and it's like, I've heard that the food's tainted. That if we eat it, we'll be mind controlled, and we'll have to do as Gray says. A lot of people are just saying it poisons you. It'll just make you violently ill. Other people saying that she's been sent here by the Hell Drivers to entice us with food and make us fat and weak. And then once I've got our bellies full and we're all sleeping, the Hell Drivers are going to come in. There's all kinds of crazy rumours about the food in some way being tainted and she can't be trusted. And that she's trying to, the reason she's giving it away is to like trick us in some way.
Makes sense.
I feel like it probably is actually. So while they're listening to the rumours and kind of like try to get information out of people, Gray, what are you doing?
Heading towards the other gearheads who have the vehicles.
Absolutely fine. Are you taking anyone with you or are you going by yourself?
Just by myself.
Who
Looking
don't?
significantly more bulky than normal.
Okay,
With all the food.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I
Run along.
What I will say
You're lending
is,
credence to the rumours, by the way. We're all.
as you kind of go to leave, Face like, boss, bosses tend not to travel alone because of the danger of being killed. Do you want a couple of us to tell you?
Yeah. Just, yeah, okay.
Okay, Dwight, Dirk, keep an eye on the boss. Just maybe put your hood up, boss, or something, and just like, can I cover your face or something? Unless you want to
I
go out.
just put my hood up and then remember it's full of food and I go, sort of,
Just this large MRE just goes, like slaps on the ground in front of you. It's like, okay, boss, I'll take that one and I'll lock the doors, okay? Right. Do you want me to speak to the like the work gangs and tell them to start building the wall, or how do you want? What
yes,
do you want to do?
make sure everyone's building a wall and make sure people get fed as much as they can possibly eat.
Okay, just start giving it away. Okay, yeah. And as you go outside, there is actually like sizable portion. You know, there's maybe 20, 30 mutants that are just like kind of like milling about. Some are grunts, some are not grunts, and they're just kind of like looking to see what you say. As you come out, they kind of like they look and they wait for you to speak. Are you going to address them in any way, or are you just going to go
Yeah.
off?
Hiya.
They're like, "Hey, great! You gonna feed us? Can we have some food?"
Do you want to start? Do you want to build the wall? Then there's food in there. Get the food first, then build food.
Face
food
comes out. It's
build.
like, I've got this, boss. Right, okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dish out food on a as needed basis. You get allowed one a day from us at the moment until we work out exactly what we're doing. You guys over there, and he's gonna point to a group of grunts. Work detail. We'll feed you now, and we'll give you food for 3 days. For every day you work. So if you work for 5 days, you'll get food for 8 days. Is that okay? A lot of the grunts are like, food's food. and they do indeed start working on this. There is a mechanic in game about working on projects. However, this one's actually the very first one in the book, and it's called Defenses, and it does tend to like to have a PC working it. It's not an auto fail if you don't work in it, but it is easier to pass if one of you is directing it. But we'll come back to that, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, you head off. You're flanked by your protectors. Dirk, who is the stalker that you know that was received a hell of an injury, but is still fairly decent at his job, and Dwight, who is just a kind of big hulking grunt. Hopefully, he'll be enough to scare off anyone. But yeah, you head off to the fix pit, and yeah, you see all your gearhead buddies.
I'm like, I just need to talk to O'Brien alone. Just wait out somewhere. Go do a thing. Go do a thing.
Okay, they kind of look at each other, and they just kind of go and sit at the front of the building and just like try and look menacing, while eating like 3 bags of food that you've provided them with. Like, oh, these don't even go together. This one's tacos. This one's carbonara. Well, this one's like.
No.
This one's just a big bag of mints. Why did you even make this in the MRE? Yep, they're doing so. Yeah. And yeah, you walk into the building, and O'Brien is just over tinkering with one of the machines you've made. You have split them into 2 vehicles. The tractor is kind of in pieces, and the framework they had for the other vehicles is there. They've effectively turned them into what looks like trucks, flatbed trucks. Like I think like American-style trucks, but more like wastelandy. Yeah. What's like do?
Well, right. Okay. If there's a door, I sort of close it and like stand like like in front of it.
So yeah, O'Brien kind of like waves into his office. There's an office in the back, usual kind of like the glass panels and the kind of wooden door. He closes it. It's not like soundproof or anything, but it's more private than being out on the workshop floor. Right, what can I do for you then?
This all that here. I just keep like put out as like half the food I've got with me. Like here. I need a vehicle. I need a vehicle now. I don't understand this machine.
He dumps all. It's like, oh, thanks very much for that. You need a vehicle now. It'll be ready probably by tonight, maybe tomorrow morning at the latest.
Can I help? I could make maybe faster. More food.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can certainly try and get it ready faster. I'll say that it's going to take you a couple hours. It's not just going to magically be ready if you jury rig it, but if you can do a successful jury rig, I'll say you need, I don't know, 2 successes, and you can have it ready by mid-afternoon, which in our terms would be about 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah, Gray's basically having a total panic attack of the whole thing. It's like, I need to go somewhere where this isn't what is happening.
Okay,
Where are you just gonna flee?
Exactly, yeah. Nail on the head.
Okay. O'Brien's gonna look, he's like,
What's our intention? Whether it eventually happens is another thing entirely.
You do realise that this thing's only gonna have enough fuel for maybe a day's travel.
Okay.
Gray, you're gonna have to do something about this. You can't just eat the food, you can't just throw it away, you can't just set it on fire. This will save the Ark. Ourselves and all of these people. You're gonna have to take charge of this. I know it's not what you want, but you're a better choice than fucking Hannibal. He would have just turned it into some kind of military dictatorship. Diane will just turn it into our own personal playground where we do as she says. The Elder's dying. And Dale just wants to sell things to people. He's not a leader. You don't want this, but you could do it. What was that?
They do call him Del the Cell.
They do call him Del the Cell, yes. I know you want to run, but where are you going to run to? It's going to follow you. Those hell drivers you've told us about are coming. And they'll kill us whether we're hungry or we're not. And also, you're the only one that knows where the fucking fences are. The chroniclers disappeared. Your grunt and your stalker, they could probably take us, but you made the decision to become a boss. Well, I say decision based on what you told me. You made a choice. I don't even think we could call it a choice. A course of action happened, and you done it. So you can't just run.
Yeah,
'Cause
she like
this'll
carefully
find you.
like moves some of the tools out of the way and like flops down on the seat like I don't know what to do.
Of course you don't know what to do. Do you think any of us know what we're doing? I ended up in charge of this because I fixed the sink. And everyone was like, oh, you know what you're doing? Oh, you're going to build this building. I was like, I just fixed the sink because I knew how to fix it. And then they started looking at me to fix more things, so I fixed more things. Just take one task at a time. Don't look at the big picture. Look at the small thing you can do now. And then the small thing you can do after that. And then the small thing you can do after that. And then maybe that'll solve problems. These people will listen to you. It's a really big motivator. You've already got people working on the wall. That's a decision. I didn't even have these cars until you came in here and gave me them. I'm not going to fight you. Dell's not going to fight you. And you can probably talk him round. If your chronicler's half the talker I think he is, I'm sure you can work out some kind of deal with him. Where is he anyway?
No,
Bleeding
where-
out halfway across the zone.
I've not seen him in ages now.
No, like no one knows where he went.
Nope.
As far as you know, Diane probably killed him.
Right. I mean, you've got food. You could hire a couple of stalkers. He's got that friend. What's his name? Minx or something. He's a stalker. You could probably track him, and he knows his shoe size. He knows his legs. He knows. I don't know what the fucking stalkers do, but I bet you could find him if you looked for him.
I guess so. You could probably. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hmm.
Do you want to be the boss?
No. What do you think?
It just deflates again, but like, okay, I'll
You
do it.
chose this. I'm not. I fix things. I keep a level head. I know you've got a level head as well. You're just panicking because this happened and you didn't know what was going on. Things spiraled. Take a breath. Fix something. That's what calms me down. Look, Spanner's calmed right down. Spanner's just looking very serious, hat on backwards, just wrenching the fuck out of something, more focused than you've seen him. See, look, just 15 hours fixing that engine. And he was right as rain. Not the rain we get here, obviously, because that's like on fire and burns you, but you know, this
Like
rain
the-
in stories.
Story rain, yeah.
Yeah. The nice rain. Not the
No,
fire.
the stuff you
burn
can
rain.
drink that doesn't burn your throat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you shit black.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe a
I
little
don't know
bit.
about us.
Right, so if you want to run, the car's yours. It's yours anyway, but don't run yourself. And maybe just speak to the people you've got. That Ulf, why he's a grunt is beyond me. Clearly, he's destined for something better. And Claire, she was a boss without realizing she was one. She had a gang of 10 kids that she took care of to varying levels.
They're all the same age as
Go
us.
now.
Varying
What you
levels and
do-
degrees.
What you do is you make one the favourite, and then the others try to impress you. So
Until they kill you and then they take over and the process continues.
Yes.
So speak to who you've got. Maybe now have you been hearing the rumors around the Ark about the food being tainted?
I'm chewing on a bit going, yes.
Oh, okay then. Just if I was a betting man, I would guess that was Diane is maybe throwing some things out there so people turn against you. It may be a good idea to feed people where you are as opposed to give it out and then she poisons it and then sends it out and kills some people.
Okay,
Just-
but can I fix some things here first?
Of course you can. Look, get to work on your car and then that'll maybe calm you down. And then you're going to have to face this and fix it.
You're right. Damn it, why are you always right, O'Brien?
I don't know, it's because somebody needs
You
to be
said it was the
helpful.
spark plugs last time and it was the damn spark plugs.
I know how to fix an engine and I know how to calm down my friends, but beyond that, I'm kind of useless. Not much of a public speaker, but one-on-one, I'm not too bad. I'll go on then, you ruffles your hair. Food comes out of it.
Go on, you scamp.
Go on.
Some of the,
Go on, you
the
boss of
little
the Ark,
tiny,
yeah.
tiny scales she has all over her skin cough like moth dust. Slightly silvery.
It's like, that's cute. Right, okay. Come on, I'll give you a hand with this. And then you just get to work fixing the engine. Okay, right, so this has happened, time passes. Now, do you want to do anything in the meantime, or do you want to try and find Grey, or what do you guys want to do?
Gonna find out more about these rumours.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, every kind of barrel you go to, it's just similar things that you're hearing. Just talk that the food's maybe tainted. That how did she get a hold of it? What gives her the right to kind of be the one that dishes it out? And why she try to give it all away for nothing? That doesn't seem right. Nobody gives away anything for nothing on the Ark. You get things for work, or you get things for bullets, or you get things through taking them. Nobody gives anything away.
Maybe we should get people to start building the fence and feed them for building the fence. That could be a start.
Maybe we just don't give the food away, keep it for ourselves. See how quickly they change the tunes.
Gray didn't want to do that though, and I'm not sure we can.
No,
go behind
Gray wanted to burn the food. That'll probably change the tunes as well.
Nobody tried to talk Gray down at all. Everyone's like,
an
bye!
intervention.
Right.
Yes.
Thing is, it doesn't really matter what's. It really doesn't matter what the rumors are being said. Everyone's going to have an opinion on something, and to be fair, they're open to it.
Yes.
Doesn't really matter. All we need to do is apparently we need to get this fence up. We need to start protecting people.
Maybe we should start doing the fence then.
Okay. If you just want to do the fence, what I'd say is, do you want to head back to the armory first and speak to Face and see what he's doing or where he wants you to go, or how are you just going to go and find where they're doing the fence?
Yeah,
I'm asking this.
We'll go to the armory. Yeah, we'll talk to Face.
I will talk in my character's voice.
Talk in my character's voice. You meet Face. Okay, so are you gonna? Gray's gone to see O'Brien. She seemed upset. I've just been given out some
quite
food.
confused. Yes.
Yeah, she's
She
always
She doesn't
upset.
like being a leader, which is quite ironic, to be honest.
Yeah, I think split-second decisions can have unforeseen consequences, and I think what she basically knew was that Hannibal was going to cause bad things.
Yes.
And then beyond that, she maybe hadn't thought. And then, because she didn't really know what the fallout was going to be. I mean, that could have opened. There could have been 3 guns and a crate of ammo in there, and then that wouldn't have mattered. But it had the thing in it the Ark needed most, but also couldn't protect it with. But yeah, we're doing our best. We've got a couple of the guys working on reinforcing the armory right now, and you see a couple of like grunts dotted around and are like shoring up things using some of the materials that he's found just to kind of shore up windows and make things a bit harder to get into. Are you going to help with the main fence, or
Yes.
Blair, are you going to guide some people back to get some more materials?
We need to go back and get some things.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe we should go back.
Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Bogart will be back with Dodger any day now. So, I mean, he was only...
We don't know that. Wait, do we know that Bogart's gone?
No,
we don't know that.
Yeah, we know Bogart's gone.
Last
We don't know where he went.
Yep, no idea. All you know is you've not seen him.
As far as I'm aware, that Bogart probably went back to get Dodger. I mean, probably felt bad that Dodger was out there by himself.
I'm not sure.
If you made that leap of logic, that's up to you.
Yeah, well, Bogart's not here, Dodger's not here. I'm sure Bogart's going to get back with Dodger,
your
right?
friend goes missing. He's definitely gone off to help her other friend in the zone. That's only.
He's sort of accurate. I am currently helping Dodger.
Yeah, no, well, that's the thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. I mean, we had a talk after that last time he ran off, right? I mean, he ran off the last time and he got into trouble, so he wouldn't do that again, surely. I mean, he's not that daft. Cannot be that stupid. Right?
Sometimes
right?
people...
I mean, we had to save him last time. I mean, he wouldn't do that again.
People don't always learn their.
That's my logic on it. Yeah, that's my logic.
Is trying to
anyway.
follow this conversation. Like, why is she telling me else? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of context here.
Okay, Ulf. I'm not sure who you're trying to convince with what you've said there. What are you guys up to then? Are you going to help with the wall? Or are you going to help? Are you going to? The reason I ask is because you're probably a better foreman, and Flair, you're the only one left who knows where you got these materials from. There's some grunts ready and willing to go with the trailer. They'll have to push it this time because there's no tractor.
I'll certainly start on the fence at least. I mean, I know what I'm doing, right? I mean, Flair, if you want to go that way, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Bogart and Dodger are coming back.
I'll go and collect some of the fence.
Okay, cool. So the mechanic that we're introducing here is basically you need work points times the amount of PCs that you've got. So You need a certain amount of work points to get this fence up. What I'm going to say is, Ulf, you're in charge. You just basically become the foreman. You are a hero of the Ark. You've done many things for this, and you're fairly commanding. So you go, and there's a gearhead who's been reading through the instructions that he's brought back with you, and they've kind of like worked out, and they're just like, you need to put that over there. You need, no, that goes over there. No.
Yeah.
And then
No,
he kind of
no,
turns around,
right.
looks at you, he's like,
Listen, for God's sakes, you put the shit up there and you make sure it's secure, right? Do as the gearhead tells you, for fuck's sake.
Point A to point B, and he just starts explaining it to you now. So this goes on for a while. Give me a force roll. You can give me a force or a scout roll, whichever's highest. And you're looking for a specific number of successes.
Are you talking about myself?
Yeah, sure.
Force or scout?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with force.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be force.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean,
I feel like he's the kind of foreman that watches people doing things, then gets frustrated they're doing it wrong, and gets involved himself.
No! So yeah, you are telling them what to do, but as you're kind of slotting one side in, they're not really listening for this other part, and it does cause some issues. Work is slow. I'm going to say on day one, you don't complete the section you thought you were going to complete. However, you're most of the way done. There's been no accidents, and it's getting up. It's doing pretty well. That takes a few hours. I'm going to say this to take you roughly to the amount of time it takes Grey to do what she's doing.
Yeah.
However, Flair, you are going to have to leave the Ark. Now, this is going to be a leave one day, come back next day scenario. You can. Do you want to take? You can take some protection with you if you want. That's not a problem. You've got plenty of food, so I'll say you can do that. And what I'm looking for you is either find a path or scout roll, whichever's highest, to get you to the area safely.
Okay, I'll use find the path. Oh,
Okay. No passes, but no success. Sorry, no
push it?
fails. Yeah, of course you can push it. Weirdly, actually, there was a fail in there, but I guess it didn't count.
I don't know if it counts.
what
for
is it?
skill.
4d6.
4d6, yeah. Okay, you
Oh,
got
I've
pass
got
that
one.
skill.
Aye, it's almost as if it doesn't count for skill dice.
It should count though. So what I'm going to say is that you do get there. I'm going to say that you kind of take a bit of a longer path, and you were hoping to get there middle of the day, and it's more evening time you get there. But yeah, you do manage to get the trailer into the yard, and you do get to load it a little bit. But you're still going to have to finish loading, so you're going to be late back the next day. But I'm not going to make
Okay.
a roll for getting back the next day. But you'll just get back a little bit later. You do have a couple of stalkers with you. You've got an enforcer, and you've got like maybe 5 or 6 grunts, and you just close the gate over, go in, get defensive positions, and just kind of like keep quiet because you're in the zone. So, Ulf and Grey, as you're completing the car, and as you are kind of like just telling everyone to finish up for the day and go and get some rest, you hear the town centre bell ringing to assembly, and you see kind of mutants, a lot of kind of like happier faces. Normally they're kind of hungry and staring at each other. A lot more people are kind of like sitting going like, oh my god, I'm so full. They gave me 3 bags of MREs. I've never eaten so much in my life. But you also see some that are kind of like watching you suspiciously. But anyway, yeah. So are you just going to head to the bell, or what's the plan?
Yeah. I'll grab Grey at this point. You should probably bring Face and Dad. We're having a meeting with Diana in the middle of the town.
I'll also say that Blair's children also flank you as you go. Heather,
before we head off, I like sort of sadly look at the car, like pat it, and like throw down the rag I was using to polish a bit of it.
absolutely fine. Yeah, so you do so, and you head to the town centre. And as always, there's a kind of like slightly raised platforms, just some pallets chucked on the side, on either side. And Diane is standing on one, in her full kind of like, I won't go as far as well made, but as well made as people in the Ark can make, kind of priestess robes, kind of like stupid head thing, baby nailed to it. Not a real baby, a plastic baby. Kind of long, filthy, flowing nose, but it looks like someone's tried to clean them, and she's got a stick. Her stick is better than the other guy's stick, and it's like a better plastic doll in it, but still stupid. But she is sneaky, and she's flanked by 4 large enforcers and about 10 priests of unknown strength and abilities. and she's kind of giving a loud speech about the dangers of hanging on to things from the old world, that they only bring ruin, and that you can't trust anything from the old world unless it has been properly sanctified by those of the holy disposition. And then she sees you. Ah, finally she has arrived, graced us with her presence. What delights do you bring us?
So
What
now,
temptations do
"Hello."
you offer? More toys of the old world, of course.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
She nods slowly. You see a flicker of jealousy in her eyes.
She wants that. We know she does.
You do notice that the acolytes, they keep you a distance away. They've got staffs, they've got their glaives, and anyone that kind of comes too close, they push them off, almost like they're trying to avoid having people use mutations on them. Because we all know what happens here.
Yeah, I'll whisper to Good Grey. She's a holy religious symbol. She's gonna pull a lot of that type of shit. You might want to press on that a little bit more, make her a little bit angry if she starts any shit with you. She's
What?
gonna make you.
Take 2 damage to wits.
She's gonna.
Your ear does start to bleed.
Yeah. She's gonna. I'll heal myself by patting Grey on the shoulder, taking one of her health. Yeah, she's gonna start shit with you. She's gonna
Good.
she's gonna press on the fears of the people. She's religious. She's very good at it. You need to make sure what you're doing is just, more just than what she's trying to achieve. Maybe press on the fact that she's wanting to, well, I'm assuming we heard what she was saying as we were walking down, yeah, Lee?
Yeah, she was being loud. She was not hiding this from anyone.
Maybe press more on the fact that why is she asking to sanctify it if she's not indeed trying to keep it for herself? And even if she does sanctify it, will she give it out evenly, or was it come at a cost?
She is looking annoyed at how long it's taking you to talk.
Yeah,
right.
she
is watching this long conversation between you and your underling.
No,
Napoleon Gold were using pretzel.
Okay. Which one of you is in command? Your underling or you? You're a boss now. Act like one. What is that's going to Matt Berry? I'll act like one.
Act
No,
like
you!
one.
I have your terms here. I have your terms, and I'll tell you that they're unacceptable to me.
Okay. Everyone who wants food, come with me.
Ah!
By all means, leave. Drink from the chalice. The food will be gone soon. She has no plans for the ark.
We're
Just
building a
go with her.
wall.
And then,
Well,
how
then
do we
we're
feed
gonna have a
ourselves in a
wall.
month? I've already seen how haphazard you are with your food. You were giving out 3 to a person today.
Workers need to eat.
And the ones that didn't need to eat, because Face did say he would give people stuff.
Well, then they'll have body fat, and then they'll use that up as well. That's how things work. I know you don't understand how machines work, but, try at least a little bit. Like, Ray actively starting to get a little bit angry.
Yeah.
Which is an unusual sensation for him.
Machines. You believe this will save us, do you?
I don't
We
need
work
to
together
believe
with
it
machines.
will.
It will. How? There are many of us that can't use machines.
Better than praying.
Silence, underling. We have
Make me.
plans.
That's what
I'm
you think
saying
of
that-
everyone, isn't it? Underling. We're all equal here.
Are we?
Everyone will have food, and we will build a wall, and we will be safe from the people out there who are coming to hurt us.
The people that you led to us.
The people that were coming anyway. You
So you say.
fucking idiot! Like Grace, like, I'm saying things I should be saying.
I'll calm her. I'll put my hand on her shoulder just to calm her down, just to know that I've got your back here.
And what when the food runs out, and what if your wall can't be completed? You have no plan. How will you feed us in a month? A season? 2 seasons, 3.
All you've got are what ifs. We're going to have a wall and
plan-
we have food.
My plan was already enacted. I sent a team who failed to bring food to us that we could grow.
Who failed? Exactly.
We did.
What more have you got?
We will go again, and this time we'll be better prepared.
And then what? You fail
Then I'll
again?
get to feed I will then feed the ark.
You fail again. I have the stuff now.
You have nothing. She has everything.
We
I
have
have
it.
this
like hugging
stuff
it,
for
like,
irrigation
massive.
and making sure that we can grow the crops.
Sorry, Stab asked again for irrigation.
Sorry.
Yeah, I have the stuff for irrigation and a lot of stuff for crops. I can grow the stuff.
Can you? And how can a grunt do this? Do you have a team to work with?
I have grunts. That's what we do.
Grunts require payment.
Luckily, I'm on the right side then, eh? I got the food, right?
He's giving the food away to everyone. So why would anyone work if they all have food? It must be controlled and distributed properly as pay for work. If everyone is given food, they've no reason to work. You're slowing us down.
For someone
if
who
you give it
claims
all
to,
to us, yes.
for someone who claims to be for the people, it really isn't for the people. You're holding these people back and down by actually just making
I'm
them
not
work
for the
this shit.
people. I am about bringing the people into the future.
So
And
you're
there's
above
many
the
of
people,
you,
right? You're above
and there
the
are
people.
many of you
So
that
you're above
do
the
not
people,
wish to work together. That is why we
That-
come together under the banner of the church.
and yet you chose not to, right? We offered you the peace. We offered you the help. You
You offered me
just
a
took it up.
portion of the food.
Yes, and what
A
did you
food that we
do?
have-
You
the
said
food
no.
that you received by murdering one of my compatriots. After he sent you on a mission.
Exactly. I think we all know what Hannibal was like. I think we did the right thing, right? Because
Hannibal's a
now we're giving the
strong
food
leader.
away. What
was
would have
about
happened if
protecting the
Hannibal
ark.
got it? What would have happened if Hannibal got a hold of it?
What? He looks at Grey for all. She looks at Grey for a while. Are you in command or is he in command?
Like she said, we're equal.
I said, are you in command or is he in command?
We're equal.
Is this how you allow your subordinates to talk for you?
I don't have subordinates. We're all working on a fucking wall, and you're shouting about praying to whatever thing your stupid golden baby.
Bolgar
The
is
child
sad he's
represents-
missing this.
The child represents the future of us. We must have a future. The child will come, and that will bring us into the new age of mutants.
Oh, good. We're going to be saved by a baby. Wonderful.
Well, we will all grow old and die as the elder has. Children will save us because they will carry on from us.
Yeah, when are you gonna prove that? You ask for
When the child
proof.
arrives,
I got the
when we-
stuff for growing food.
when we
I've got
make the
stuff
ark.
for growing food. We have food. We got the stuff now. We're building the wall. We're doing it now. What about your baby?
The child will arrive when the ark is ready for her. Or him.
Oh, really? So you should probably stop this, join with us, help build the wall so there is an ark left. Can't do much if your baby doesn't have an ark to grow up safe in, right?
The ark could not be ready when such as unworthy as you are here. You cannot even hold a relationship together, Ulf. How can you work with anyone?
At this point, Gray's just wandering off. This is like
Yeah.
really
He's away in her car.
Oh, wait.
As
Polishing
Grey leaves,
again.
Diane will just walk off.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just like, right. Anyone who wants to work, come with me. We've got food. We've got a wall to build.
Okay. We have to do it rules then. Okay,
Yep.
Mary. If you want to do a command roll,
Oh goodness. Right.
I'm debating whether to minus off you. I'll give you a +1 because after a lot of the talking,
Can I help her?
no, she can have a +1 for a roll.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
an
that's
extra
what-
die
Where the
side.
hell
That's
is
why I
it?
was asking. A helper.
There. Oh, there's. Right.
You better knock this out of the park, Ken.
I don't know
Seriously.
how to roll this. Hang on, I've forgotten how the sheet works.
Just
Right.
click on the
Press
skill,
that.
press roll,
And
and then
then
it
roll.
should come up.
Roll.
Yep.
That do it?
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
good. 2 successes.
really good.
Oh, okay. It did it.
Okay. Okay.
Thing is, she's probably got a better command.
Oh, I was gonna say
Aye,
she's
probably.
probably got to be rolling.
Well, she's got
9.
magical command, hasn't she? So.
Well,
Ah,
she
yeah,
does, but
because-
I'm not using that. I'm not using her mutation. I could, but I didn't. Oh, and
Mm.
3.
Oh, that's very.
Oh, did she push it?
Oh no, sorry, I didn't realize it rolled. No, it's just 2. She got. Sorry, I never seen the first one. I thought it didn't roll. So she got 2. What did you get?
2.
I got 2 as well.
So yeah, it's
I
pretty
tried.
evenly split. There's ones that are like, and again, she has been spending the day kind of like sowing dissent, which is why I was
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that because I had to. So yeah, people kind of looking suspicious, but people also looking hungry. Like, I don't know how suspicious I can be on an empty stomach. And I've heard that food tastes good. So yeah, you do. It seems fairly evenly split. People don't trust what you're doing because you got it by murder, but also that guy was a dick.
But
So,
murder happens all the time in New York. So.
well, that's
Yeah.
kind of like. But again,
Yeah, but it's like you've not earned. To a lot of them,
You're
they
not-
wouldn't have earned the position.
like he got there through like subterfuge,
Murdering
doing kind of clever position moves, and he then managed to build a team. Whereas you kind of killed him, and half his team immediately left, and you're left with like 4 of them, and then your own people that you're brought in, and then you're an unknown quantity. You've only done all this yesterday or the day before, so they are.
It was a couple
Yeah.
of days ago.
However, as you said, if you guys are going to start doing things for the arc, you've got a lot of pressure on Diane to actually start achieving things. As Ulf pointed out, she's so far achieved nothing other than build a small community that are kind of like basically scraping a existence together, and her plan did fail. So yeah, so you can return to the armory if that's where you want to go.
Yeah, for the record, if it was me dealing with something like that, and I would have noped out of there within the first 5 seconds.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
That's meant to be. It's RP. It's meant to be annoying. Also, it's so hard for me to play Religious Fuel because I don't believe in any of it. So it's really hard for me to think
Yeah.
of things to say. So I'm like, this guy.
Yeah,
fuck
only
this guy.
people who work should eat. That's how things should work.
Yeah, right.
It's like I don't like being. Although
Yeah.
I was gonna say communist, but I meant to say capitalism. Like, yeah,
Aye.
capitalism.
Oh yeah, Bogart's got
Bogart
a
was
shiver
like,
down his
yes.
spine right now.
Like
Oh,
stage capitalism.
It's like
That
on
has
one
happened.
hand, she's pissing off Diane, but in the other, she's talking about revolutions. I've read about these.
That's pretty good.
Nothing
She starts
good
talking
comes from
about
it.
unions.
this book called Reaganism.
What is it?
Reaganomics,
But
sorry.
look, we're going to form a group of workers, and we all get to vote on whether we work or not when something bad happens, and then whether we're getting enough food and stuff. Yeah, that's how it's going to work.
No, Bogart is busy than now. He probably thinks that you're doing fine. He doesn't
So the
think
point
you're
is,
doing
it's a good job that nobody heard Gray loudly saying, "Burn it all," because that would have caused a real problem. So it's a good job that somebody talked her down. Anyway, so yeah, so as you return to the arc, is there anything particularly you want to hit or anything you want to do before I switch back to our other two?
No, I'm going to go
No,
back
I
to the
can't
wall
think
and
of
start
anything.
working again. I'm going to start
It
working
is
late.
night time by this point, so you'll be working by yourself. I'm also going to say it's pointless to do so.
Really?
Yeah, it's been 7 o'clock at night, so I'm going to say that the grunts have finished for the day.
Okay.
Unless you want to like bully people
Aye.
into doing it.
No,
which-
I'm not bullying.
Summertime, it's light till like 10 or something, so you're fine.
It's later in the year, and also like the kind of like the smog of the zone kind of closes in.
almost like it's November, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's
It's
there's lots of
constantly
things-
December in the zone.
Yeah, it's like
No,
yeah,
no,
sometimes
because if it's
like-
December, you get Christmas. It's always November in the zone.
So with that, there's a slight transition, and we're back to the pub, the area that you ran into. It does not have a name. However, as you kind of crash through the door, a kind of like wave of heat hits you, and you do see a fire in a kind of stone fireplace across the way, and there's people sitting at tables. The light was coming from the fire and some lanterns that had been hung around the room. And there's like a bit of noise, like kind of low-level chatter. Somebody's playing a harmonica. It's very annoying, and they're playing it badly.
So they've
but-
not even like acknowledged us coming in here.
Oh no! The second you can, as you kind of open the door, faces turn round and like, okay, yeah, you recognise these are mutants.
Oh,
By what?
I was worried. I thought it might have been others. My friend is injured. We were looking for shelter for the night.
I'm just finding the thing I've done for this, Scott. Give me a second. Here we go. Abandoned village. I knew it had a name. Okay, and the NPCs. Let's see, who could we have? Nope, that's not any good to you. Nope. Jesus Christ, how many of these did I make? Aha, here we go. Okay. Do you see a face you recognise? And she kind of like, she rubs her eye for a second. The other one's kind of covered by like her hair. She stands up. You recognise this person. This is the enforcer. This is Danny. She looks at you, she's like, Bogart?
Danny?
Did you get kicked out of the Ark as well?
No. What happened?
Oh, I remember when I tried to kill Hannibal like 2 seasons ago.
Oh yeah. Well, good news. Hannibal's dead.
Fantastic.
Can we talk
Cool,
whilst
I
I
watched this.
operate on my friend here? He's very injured.
Oh shit. Yeah, and she waves to. Okay, they all have names. Oh, okay, I was clearly thinking about Game of Thrones when I done that one. Nope. Arya. Okay, come on.
Oh wow, we're going this route now.
Of course, I came across the Game of Thrones characters.
Good night, Alex.
Wait till you get to Hodor. Tell your son you love him.
I do have Hodor. Hodor's in here. Okay.
Did
I will just
Hodor
say
open the door for us?
Hodor. He holds it shut. As soon as you come in, he holds it shut.
He's the bouncer.
I will say that Joan comes over to you. It's Joan, but it's spelled stupidly, so it counts. Oh god, I've opened so many windows. That was a mistake. And she looks at your friend as you kind of drag him. His clothes are in ruins and tatters right now, and the dog is nowhere to be seen. His legs are all kind of red raw from the way you've just been kind of like manhandling him through the fields and over anything you've got. She looks and is like, okay, I can maybe help him.
I can help him as well as long as I've got the tools, which I do, and I kind of like pull at the bag. Can someone clear a table? This will take a while.
They kind of like grab
Literally
like,
a
the
saw
kind of
and like rope. I've pulled it.
It's like, okay. So yeah, they kind of like grab the meals off like the biggest table, and you kind of like they grab him and drag him up onto the table. They pull what's left of his trousers off and his boots and all that. So, and his bag, like, holy shit, what happened to him? He looks like he's got the shit kicked out of him and then blew up.
Twice.
What decision?
Yeah, okay, so if you want to try and heal him, mate, you can use your ridiculous skill, which is for healing, I believe. So the first time you've got to use this, because usually Richard beats you with his magic.
Yep. Why is this no roll? Oh, this.
Just more practical, innit?
Yep.
3. No problem at all. Yeah, using your... I'm going to say you've got some medical supplies, because the saw and the needle...
I was just saying that for funniness.
Yeah. So yeah, you've picked up supplies because we've been to the vets and all that kind of stuff. So you've got bandages stuff. You kind of bandage them up. You know that mutants are fairly hardy, and if you feed them,
Oh yeah, I'll maybe use I'll use a water and a food to him to try and
absolutely
get that HP up.
I'll say you rummage through his and take his water and food because people should look after themselves. You hit a baby food in and goes down his throat. You empty the water into him.
As I'm even doing it, I'm like, I don't know why I'm helping him. He tried to leave me when people attacked me.
It's not.
I should have left him to die. I don't know. It's strange that I chose to do this.
Just as a character, you're just growing.
Dodger,
or
I see a use for him in the future. He is quite tough.
He owes you.
Literally owes me his life.
Dodger, you wake up, mate. You're still fucked up, and you're going to need a decent rest, and you're going to need more food than that. But what did you drop to 0? Was it your agility or your strength?
Strength dropped to 0.
Right, I'm going to say put your strength and your agility both to 1, because you were really fucked up. So, but yeah, you're alive, and you look up into the face of Bogart, explaining why he shouldn't have saved you.
Oh, I see you're finally awake.
I just like throw up bits of shrapnel in the grenade.
And a full grenade comes out. What the fuck?
And the food.
That
and the
probably
handle on
could, that probably was a good thing. You don't want that inside your body.
I look around and I'm like, where the fuck is dog? That freak out a wee bit.
Oh, I could only grab one of you. You were closest. Trust me, I would have rather the dog. It's food.
Can I give Bogart a few of my foods for as a thank you?
If you want to. I don't know if Bogart wants them, but you can.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I will take them and be like, good, you know the proper procedure here, pay your doctor. Anyway, I kind of like hand the 2 over to the lassie in charge here and be like,
Danny's the one that spoke to you.
yeah,
Not
Danny,
Chris is in charge, but she
would
recognised
this cover us to stay here for tonight and travel in the day?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, stay as long as you want. If you're on the run, we've been hiding out here for some time now.
How many of them is
there? Give me. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it. Looking around the room, in this room with you, there is about 8 people. You do hear some kind of like muffled voices from the other rooms. There's the main public house, and there appears to be like an upstairs, and there appears to be some rooms off to the side. You could just ask.
How many have been kicked out of the Ark?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, mutants have been exiled for as long as I can remember, but it's me. I'm here. These 2 guys, and she points to 2 other mutants that you do recognise, whose names I'll check later on. These guys here, they're from where was it you said from again? And they're like, the chairman's Ark.
Aye.
And 2 of them say, oh, we're from Rust Castle.
I thought this makes sense. I found notes about other arcs. I wasn't sure what to make of it. There's many people from other arcs then. I thought the Hell Drivers might have been the only one.
Yeah, well, and the Elder never really told us about the other arcs. It's a surprise to me as well.
The Elder
Rust
seems
Castle.
to be lying to us.
Yeah, I think he was full of shit. Or he just, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe try to keep us safe by keeping us in one place. I don't know. He was a parent. When we were kids, it seemed sensible what he was doing. But as I've got older, I think maybe he just didn't know what to do. So he's just like, just all stay here and I'll feed you. But you know, he got old. Can't keep us in one place forever. How's it going on the Ark anyway? You said Hannibal's dead. Good. I hope you fucking shat in his grave.
I've not had the chance. But if it makes you feel better, do you remember Grey?
Oh fuck. Which one was she? Was she the one with the dog, or was she the kind of the little squirrely one that liked to
the
fix
one that
things?
liked to mess with like engines and things like that?
Just described out 17 gearheads I know in the Ark, but yeah, okay, I think so. Yeah, she's the one with the face stuff and like the ears.
Yes, the ears.
Face stuff and the ears.
Canon there.
she has a face and she has ears. So, yeah. Yeah. She was always nervous and that. Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah. Hannibal tried to put pressure on her and she snapped.
What did she do? Did she do some kind of like really impressive like device that blew up when he stood in it or something?
No, shot in the
she
face.
just tapped it there.
Danny loudly and laughs for about 3 minutes, just literally just convulses, absolutely pissing herself. It's the funniest thing she's ever heard in her entire life. Wakes up just like tears streaming. You know how much effort I put into my plan to kill him? Like I hid in that thing for 3 days. I like fucking set it up so that you would have to go there to find like the thing that I'd set up, and then they tripped over me on the way in and found me, beat the shit out of me, and I only got away in pure luck. And she just goes crazy and just shoots him.
But if you remember, she never seemed like a threat. You
To be
seem like someone you have to watch yourself around.
looking at her, she's like directly out of Mad Max. It's always like it's like ridiculous, like impractical armor that can't possibly be useful, like face tattoos, just a weapon that's just like it looks so unwieldy, but she's like almost like a dancer. And she was like, "Yeah, I guess the ones you don't see coming are the most dangerous ones." I guess I can come back to the Ark now.
Yes, that would be quite good. We are actually looking for more help. We have came across resources. I'm sure having some tough people around would help.
Oh yeah, well look at
You'll get
he's
fed.
dead. He's have food now as well.
Yes. And we are also building defenses around the Ark.
That's about fucking time. They've just left that place so open for so long. I'm surprised he's not
Well,
been driven
you've
over.
seen the bosses we had. It's like, it's amazing what one person with a brain can do. I don't know if he succeeded in building the fence, but that was what he was planning when I left. We may have had some spies that I had to hunt down. Sadly, point to Logan. Sorry, Dodger. They were harder to beat than I thought.
Hey, Dodger! And she goes over and like pats you in the head. It's like, still getting into trouble, I see.
Yeah. I'm like a wee bit dazed at it because dog isn't there, so I feel like completely naked at the moment.
Ah, lost the dog, I see. Yeah, you'll get over it, pal. But yeah.
Dodger just cries.
Oh,
I wish I had the mutation points to help him, but I don't. I already spent them all helping him.
Well, oh, that's right. You did do that, Scott, didn't you? And at that moment, that feeling you had that was burning through you overtakes you. And you're now going to have to roll to see what your mutation is.
Fucking hell,
oh
mate.
god, not again.
Thanks for
Another
rolling.
one.
How many
Yeah.
mutations do you have now? 4?
Ah, fucking heck.
Yep.
So
And
there's
I took-
50 mutations of 1 hit point.
Now, what's
I'm
going to
fine
happen with
with
this,
this one.
Scott? So as you're standing there, you just talk about it, and then that feeling you've kind of been pushing down comes over. So what all these mutants see is you suddenly go, "Wah!" And just like the kind of like the yellow light flashes in your eye, the veins go all black, and your body kind of ripples. And if you roll me,
Yeah.
D66.
You
So,
experience the quickening.
I felt this recently.
There can only be
shit.
one.
I'm doing this too often right now. 6, there we go. 45.
45. Roll again.
Yeah.
Because that's the one you've got already. So you
Oh,
roll 2 more legs! No.
$65.
Roll again. That's 52 if it's 66 are not things. This is the saddest thing. I really think they should have done more mutations and they didn't.
And maybe that was what the gaps were for you to come up with mutations.
It'd be hard to balance it. Anyway, I might do that. I did Google it and found some online that like they're kind of cool.
41.
Okay. You know how you're a half insect?
Yeah.
You're part insect. Now you're part reptile. So, as a reptilian, your body has inherited traits from the reptiles. You and Diane kind of look alike now.
No!
Worst nightmare.
You can change the colour and pattern of your skin like a chameleon. You automatically succeed against a sneak roll, and attacks against you are performed as in total darkness. So basically, you're harder to hit, and you can hide easily.
Incredibly useful.
That is good.
Oh wait! It gets worse. You need to be mostly naked. The effect you can contort your body to push yourself through a hole or passage only a few inches wide,
Shit.
and entrance a humanoid. Oh,
I was gonna say,
there's one more.
I am strangely good at the zone now. With my run abilities, my stealth abilities, my climb abilities.
One more.
No, you say
In
good. You're
Transition-
more survivable in the zone because
Oh,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
get a fuck out of dodge. You
Aye.
have no fighting skill whatsoever.
Last benefit. Entrance a humanoid at up to near range with your reptilian eyes. Your victim suffers 1 point of confusion per MP. So the abilities to manipulate it became much more manipulating.
I'm imagining a scenario where he
Shit.
like he's not quite an assassin, but he like sneaks into people's like chambers and whispers to them.
Scott, you've just got even,
Have you
like,
heard
211.
about our Lord and Savior Reagan?
Permanently drop one of your attributes by 1, please.
This is the bad
Just-
bit.
Oh
Sneaks
yeah.
in. Yeah, he has to pick one. He needs to. He just sneaks into rooms and goes, "You will go across the street and buy me some orange sherbet."
Okay. And
There we go.
so anyway, yes. So as you do it again, like the reptilian kind of skin kind of like ripples over you, melding with the insect somehow.
I like
So-
to think that I
Ooh,
kind of like
nice.
sort of look like a grasshopper now. The lizardy
works, yeah.
skin.
Yeah, your fingers all kind of like crack and become much more insect-like, and then like the thick reptilian skin all over it. You are a nightmare to behold. So good luck with this character arc, buddy. We're all looking forward to it.
God. Right,
But yeah,
okay,
This is
right, fine.
fantastic.
So they all stand around you and like,
Now the
push the
tongue
mutations,
thing
did
makes sense.
you can now lick your eyeballs. Fantastic.
My
So
many
yeah, the boss-
eyeballs. Because I've also got
All of your eyeballs.
Just one big lick.
Oh God.
Logan, as you're lying on the table and your friend is convulsing on the floor and like spewing up black ichor and like parts of his skin are popping and ripping and then going back together, you hear a whine from the room over. Kind of like a dog-like whine.
Oh, puppy.
I buzzed through that door.
So yeah, you roll off the table, kind of fall to the ground because you're still in intense pain.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just screaming in pain.
Steps over.
Dog will go back to dog.
Falls on. He rolls off the table and falls on you. And that's how you lose your attribute point.
Do you feel like you hear something break, but it doesn't appear to come from you? It's just one of his eyes just popping. So yeah, you stand up and you kind of stumble, and the people kind of like they move and they kind of get out of your way and just kind of like stare at you. And again, some faces you recognise. You go into the next room and you do see nope, that's not one of them. Is it that one? Nope, that's not her either. You see 2 mutants you don't recognise actually. I'll show you because it's the coolest picture ever that I found on the internet. Apart from the fact that like you should be wearing more clothes, but it still looks badass.
Well,
Oh,
that's quite the outfit.
That's a statement right there. It's like I'm wearing a cape. What else? Nothing. All right.
a dog attacked Diane, Scott.
Oh,
Your
you
best
do
friend
recognise
now.
one of them, yeah. Liana, a dog handler from the Ark. So you do recognise her. And yeah, it's her and you don't recognise, and they have 2 dogs, and between the 2 dogs there is a litter of puppies. Now you know that zone dogs do grow up very quickly, so this dog will be a full-grown mutt probably in a matter of days, because of all the horrifying mutations, and also because I don't want to make rules for a puppy.
Yeah.
It takes
Oh,
a
come
year to
on.
roll.
Oh, come on.
Yes, he has
Oh,
to be
that'll be a
puppy for
nightmare.
you.
Walking
I
out of
would,
this
I
big
would like to think.
Good luck training
real,
it.
I would like to think real Sly Marble comes in and just kicks all the puppies because he's got a thing about dogs.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
just-
He has to come in and play the puppy.
Ah! And
I mean,
As long as he's a
I mean,
small
he-
but vicious dog, I think he'd agree to that.
Yeah,
Oh, vicious.
no, to be fair, I mean, he's got a thing. I mean, the first thing he thinks of when he sees an injured dog is kill it. Let's kill this fucker.
it was a good move, to be fair.
Was it?
So, right, so yeah, you see them and they kind of look at you, and they raise their weapons and they kind of point them at you, and then they kind of stare at you for a few seconds, and they're like, "You lost your dog, didn't you?"
No shit.
Oh, fuck off then, you're not getting one of ours, you're going to get a No, fuck off, cunt. Beat it. Stab.
No, can I? Oh, I say, I say,
These
see, yeah,
people
but I'll have
have
to
the
get up.
reason you're alive, Dodger. Speak to them with respect.
He's only joking. He didn't.
Oh no,
say
I
that
thought he
shit.
was actually saying I was just.
Nah.
So they shoot you. It's like, fuck you then.
Yeah.
Right, so let's try that again. Right, they look at you. Did you lose your dog?
I say, yeah, and I just pure tear up.
Right.
Oh.
I've lost mine before as well. It's like losing part of yourself. Were you a good handler?
No.
Yeah. Motherfucker. Yeah. How many years would you say? I say a good couple of years I had the dog.
As you're saying this, one of the puppies kind of like crawls out and kind of like walks towards you. Big head, big paws, tiny little body, and it just kind of like goes up to your leg, and kind of like gives you a little
Tilts
lick.
its head.
Big eyes. One of the ear goes up, one goes down.
It's one of those dogs with a pointy ear and a floppy ear.
That was my little girl. And then the both
I'll-
flop down because it just gives up.
You kill it, Logan. You'll never be my
Shut up,
dog.
I lift up the dog. Just to, like, I don't know. Cuddle it.
It's big paws. It's little big paws like this. It seems happy to see you. The next room, you hear your friend's bones cracking and his skin ripping. Shut up!
I say, how much, what's the deal to have the dog? Like,
If you want to
how
try
much
and
it
make
cost?
friends with this dog, you'd roll a dog handling roll. I think it's your sick a dog roll. You'd roll your sick a dog, and then if you get a success, then if you get a couple of successes over the next couple of days, this dog will become your dog, your mutt.
Oh, I swear to God, this is where you want to get all ones, mate.
The dog explodes.
The dog explodes.
No! No successes. As you kind of like, you bring it to your face and it just bites you in the nose. And do you drop it or do you put it back down?
I just drove it, cunt. No, I just put it back down.
Punch it.
Put it down. It's like, maybe next time we'll try giving it some food first. But he seems to like you. He's just maybe not ready for it to leave his mother just yet. You can try again tomorrow.
Would have thought a dog handler may have knew that, but we don't know.
Well, I'm amazed that he's only got 4 in his sick a dog.
I was
Because-
literally
well,
thinking that.
He's no agility
Aye.
points left, does he? Because he's fucked up. That's right.
Ah.
Then I'll push
yeah.
it, no?
Yeah, of course you can push it. I
Would I
insist that you
push
push
for
it. Just roll 4. Just roll 4d6, mate. You've not got any
If
ones in there. You're
mutation
fine.
becomes a dog.
I will say that this could knock you out again.
Right.
You got a 6 and you got a fail. We'll just count the success. So what we'll say is that you held it and it bites your nose and then goes. It
Oh,
seems to
sorry,
like the
I'm
taste of your
bursting
nose.
for the toilet. Be back in a second.
And it licks your face a bit. And you get a cuddle.
Switch your mic off.
Got bitten in the face and got a hug by a puppy. Yeah, I'll
Well, I
try
think I
actually.
think I can mute
Sounds
him.
very
Hold on.
aye.
I can server mute him. I think that
Oh,
might
there you
work.
go.
So yeah, so that's it. The dog kind of yips away, seems quite happy, and like the other 2 dog handlers, they kind of smile and say, "Well, if you're kind to him for the next few days, he'll probably want to stay with you. He needs somebody to be with anyway."
Has a wee on the floor.
Yeah, I mean they're their own mutts. They piss on everything. They do not care.
Yeah.
I mean, he is going to shit in your bed at some point, and then be like, "What?" That's
Sounds
what
more
I
like
do.
a cat. That sounds like a cat move to me.
Yeah, that's a cat's job.
So yeah, you can spend time with the dog. You can go back in. You've got any questions you want to ask these people, or
Can I make a
putting lots of
harness?
pressure on them? Can you make a harness?
Yeah. And put a dog in it.
Oh,
That's
like a little
Mary's
kinda-
job.
like a
A
little
baby
puppy you can just-
harness.
Oh, little puppy.
If you want, you can try. I don't know if you have
Oh.
anything that works as this, but let's have a look and see what you have.
I've got a phone,
Uh,
chair, that's all.
You can do, I don't know, man. Know the zone or something, or comprehend if you want to make a little dog papoose.
What zero and I like both of them.
Of course you got 0 in them, mate, because that's not things you're meant to be good at. Do you want me to give you a shoot? This is not your skill.
Let's do it anyway. Let's see what happens.
So you got to do a comprehend. Go for it. You remember when Gray made like the kind of ghillie suit for your dog that was really cool? You thought, oh well, if I maybe kind of copy that design. But as you kind of like look around, you realise that there's nothing here for you to do that with, nor do you have tools, nor the skill to do so. So you just kind of like wander around in a daze, holding the dog close to you for a while, and it's only when it starts pissing in your hands, you're like, I should maybe just put the dog down and just clap it a bit. So you kind of put the dog down and you give it a bit of a clap, and yeah. You'll maybe have to ask a gearhead to put that together for you. Luckily, there is several gearheads in the bar, so maybe you could ask.
I just put a like stone on the table. Said anyone can make me a harness.
So for no reason, you stand on the table because again, it's not a bigger room, but you get up on the table people are eating from.
I want people to know.
You stand on the table, your head like you have to duck a bit because the ceiling.
So yeah, you do that. Let me see which one of these guys is gearhead. Oh yeah, is a gearhead. There you go. And you tell her you want to have you want what was that again? Papoose for your dog.
Harness.
Oh, okay.
What? A what now?
That's a weird name
for your
for it.
dog?
A papoose, the like little kind of holder thing that you can put babies in.
Yeah.
That's their name. That's what they're called. Okay, so one is going to do this for you. I'm going to give her. Oh,
I
yes,
just
yes,
like
need
to think she made him a gym bag. He just got a dog in that with a wee
Aye,
page.
it's a JD sports bag in it. Just
She tries, and yeah, basically she gets a bag and kind of sews it together and puts some leg holders in it, and you put the dog in it, and it's too big. It's like she's like, I'm going to need some time with this. No one's ever asked me to make a dog carrier that they can attach themselves before. Maybe give me till tomorrow, and I'll work something out for you. I mean, like the thing she's made it almost worked. It was just too big. It was like, let me measure the dog. Okay.
I mean, he can grow in it.
You can grow into it, and also, I mean, he'll be full size in a few days. I don't know why you want to carry him around in a little, like in a purse, but okay. But yeah, they're chatting amongst themselves. They seem quite excited about the prospect of going to an ark that has defences. And by this point, your friend has stopped convulsing on the floor and like bleeding everywhere, and he stood back up. He looks, at the same time, weaker and stronger. It's hard to kind of nail down, but he's looking pretty cool as like a reptile insect man now, with very, very sexy legs.
With frog legs, so I am all the creatures.
So yeah, do you have any questions for these guys or anything you want to do, or?
Oh. I just start like talking stories of a trip in the zone and that, and like listening to stories throughout the night, just like general chat and try to be friendly, try to keep them on my side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know that we are going to have problems at the Ark and we need manpower. I'm not saying that to them.
Yeah. Well, you've got a specific skill for this. You've got Inspire, haven't you?
Yeah.
If you want to roll an Inspire, you can give an Inspire. There's no way to really fail this, I'm going to say. This is just to see how convincing you are. But I'll be honest, like, they don't look like they've got a lot of food, and this place isn't that defendable.
Well, like I say, it's just more of a keep them on my side kind of scenario. It's not a... Oh, I wish it was manipulate.
If you want, well, Inspire makes more sense. If you wanted to as manipulate, it's up to you. But I'll say that there's, nah, just a bane.
Push
okay.
that.
Push it, yes. Ooh, no.
Oh!
Sorry, man. What I'll say is that it even goes on that they're a bit wary of you because, you know, you were beaten up, you were pretty torn apart. You're telling them about all these things that they could get to, but there's an edge to them, like, but not enough fails to like make it a big problem. They do talk about things that they found in the Ark. They specifically mention the trade post, Rust Castle. If anyone wants to make a note of that. They mention the other Ark, the Chairman's Ark. And when they're talking about the Chairman's Ark, something weird comes up. They talk about small people. Children.
Children? I kind of like look around and go, is that Ark in trouble?
Danny says, actually, I don't know too much about the Chairman's Ark. Those ones there, they're from the Chairman's Ark. Say, hey, come here. This guy's got some questions for you about the Ark. you came from, and a couple of them walk over to you. I think it was. No, he's rubbish. Oh, God damn it! I should have named him beside their names. Sana, that was her name. Sana. There we go.
Do they look like children to me, or do they look like small
No.
people?
The gearhead that tried to make the papoose for Dodger comes over and she says to you, no, she doesn't look like a child. She looks like a mutant roughly within your age range. She's skinny, like the usual kind of bad teeth and kind of like the tattered clothing. And she would say, no, I was of no position on our arc. I hadn't caught the chairman's eye yet, but yes, there's children. They're all children of the chairman. No one else can have children. However, when he does whatever he does, then the females of the ark can become pregnant.
I kind of like look them in the eye a wee bit, and it's like, would the chairman be willing to make an alliance?
She kind of like thinks for a moment. Like, I never had any dealings directly with him. He likes to be in control. He talks about the future and how important we all are to it, especially the women and his children. He didn't seem to have quite so much time for the men, though.
I was going to say, out of character, I'm
It's not
sitting
like
there
Game
like,
of
I
Thrones,
do
is it?
not like this guy whatsoever. But at the
Yeah.
same time, he's able to get people pregnant. That's like the only
That
way we
is, like,
survive.
Like, mutants do some fucking, but no babies happen. So this is a development. It's like, wait a minute. But yeah, she
And
talks.
my scientific mind would be very, very curious.
You go back and forward with her for a while, and yeah, she describes exactly what you believe children to be. Like, there was babies, then they became bigger. She's been there from some time. There's what she calls the nurseries, and that's where a lot of the women work within the nurseries. And there is grunts, and that's the kind of position that her and the other two held. She worked on the defences of the ark, which apparently seems to be some kind of old skyscraper or something that was in some way defended. She's not really got too much information other than like it seemed to be a well fortified location that they found that was out the way. She was taken her when she was very little. She talks about memories of an elder, but then this guy came along, and then the elder wasn't there anymore, and then he seemed to be in charge, and she didn't really question it because that wasn't her place. Doesn't like them learning too much other than their specific skills. But yeah, as a population, they're well fed.
And then,
What's his name?
what the hell derived the problem
The
for
chairman.
you?
I've only heard the stories that our friends have told us. I don't know if maybe they haven't noticed us yet or found us yet. We're quite out the way. I think the building was chosen because it was hidden. It's a few days. Well, it took us a long time to find here. I could probably find my way back if I seen some kind of map.
I'll kind of like pull out the map and that and be like, cousin, where would it be roughly?
And she looks at it, you kind of like see her pouring over it. She's like looking for like landmarks, and then she's like, I think, and she points to like quite a far location. I'm going to say it's in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, and that's a location that none of you have ever been to. You know, it's quite a kind of rocky terrain down that way, and there's not many viable roads up into it. It does seem to lead into an area that was, well, quite difficult to traverse, and you can't tell if that was intentional or whether that was through like something that happened in the old world. But you know, if something was built there, it was probably there to stay out the way. But that's far away from where the big roads are, the ones that you'd imagine the Hell Drivers would stay to. A lot of fuel to get down that way, you'd assume.
Yes, an alliance may not be in the order right now, but this is important information. Why were you kicked out of the Ark?
Oh, I wasn't kicked out, I ran away. My friends kept disappearing, and nobody would say where they went. So I got scared. I had the people I worked on shift with. There was Ollie, and Micah, and Sammy, they just disappeared. They said they'd been reassigned, but I knew where all the assignments were, and I couldn't find them. They just left. They just went. They said they'd been reassigned, and they said that they ran away, and then they said that he was a traitor and he was taken. But I didn't trust them. They weren't traitors, and they wouldn't run away without telling me. So I got afraid, and then we left, and well, Eddie, he wasn't part of the plan, but he came with us. And then our friend in the room next door, let me get her name. Nope, not that one. I think it was Osha. So many
Well,
guys.
I have a friend that would be very pleased to meet you. Would you like to look after a younger mutant?
Anywhere that's got food. I mean, I'm pretty good with machinery. I can help you. I can build things. I can make things.
Well, having a youth gets you fed on our arc. At least, as long as you put in the work. It's not like you get it for nothing.
That sounds like something the chairman would say, but okay, as long as I can work with my friends and they don't disappear.
You will be
So, yeah.
safe. As long as you stay on all of our sides.
Yeah, as safe as you can be on the arc, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you go back and forward, and she tells you a bit about her story and that. And it just seems like the people that came after her to chase her, they actually managed to convince them to run away as well. It was the dog handler that came after them, and she was suspicious as well, and they all decided to leave. But yeah, there's just lots of unexplained disappearances in the chairman's arc.
I'm very tempted to deal with this now, but then I'm like, no, this is back to the arc time. All I'm saying is I have a feeling the director is going to get flamethrowed. But at the same time, Bogart is thinking that he can create babies. How did he do that? If I can figure out how he did that,
that would be a development if you could find out what happened there. So yeah. So with that, unless there's anything else you want to try and find out of these. Oh, sorry. I said the chairman's arc, Rust Castle. There was 2 other places I was going to tell you about as well. The hospital, and yeah, that's it.
And are they all arcs, or are they all like different locations?
The Rust Castle and the Chairman's Arc are both arcs with some kind of population about them. The hospital appears to just be a large building that they've seen a lot of movement in, and they think it was ghouls. But it was just an interesting location because it had so much things happening. Like, well, that does seem interesting.
The castle. Tell me about there. Like, kind of like looking over it. Whoever was escaped there.
Yeah. The Rust Castle, they basically discussed it to you. It is a location they discovered where factions and people seem to go. And they can trade things, bullets, artifacts, food, water, and get fair trade in it. It's ran by a group of strange-looking mutants that seem to have more animal kind of properties about them. Not like you, like how you've developed them, but like they started off as animals that can talk. They're varying different sizes. You've got this. She talks about some that are giant bears, and some that are kind of like tiny little things with big ears that are kind of cute and fuzzy, but they talk like people. But yeah, it just seems to be some kind of trading location, and they point to it on the map that you've provided with them, and it's not so far. That's maybe a day and a half's travel. It's on the river to the east.
Would they be in a position where the Hell Drivers might have been a problem for them?
They don't know if they've encountered the Hell Drivers. It's hard to say. The ones that know of the Rust Castle don't come from there. They've just seen it and they've actually traded there previously, but because they've got nothing of value right now, they've not been back. But they said that the place treated them fair. It also had quite strong defences. It looked like it was at some point in its life it had been some kind of like warship or something, and it had like defences that would maybe put off anyone from trying to attack it. It wasn't worth it as far as I could tell. It was like value was in there, but the cost would be so great to attack them that you'd only do it if you were sure you were going to win and you could do it quickly.
Like, as in just generally, I talked through the night. I'm imagining this is like a long set of conversations, points on maps that are getting drawn, and
yeah, absolutely, yeah. So
my final question: since Dodger's not here, I can assume he doesn't hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Any of you heard of Eden?
Yeah, like some of them just shake their head. Then one pipes up. Let's see who I'm going to make do this. Caitlin, maybe. Ooh, yeah, she's a brilliant one. Caitlin kind of like looks up at you, and she says, "Yeah, I've heard of Eden. It's the place we all came from. It's the Promised Land."
Now, this is interesting. This was a fairy tale our elder told us when we were children. I found a book on a man that looked very similar to my elder, and it seemed to be the same information. Now
Yeah,
you're telling me your arc had that information.
Yeah, that's where my arc was. Well, we weren't so much heading there, but we knew of it. There's a landing site near it. We were looking for it. There's all kinds of security to get into it. We could never find the exact location of it, but we know it's in this area. It's definitely in South Lanarkshire somewhere. But my arc failed when we fell from the sky, and well, they all died, apart from me.
Your arc was in the sky.
Oh yeah, probably should have led with that. Yeah, it was a machine from the old world. I don't know what it was called, but it kept us up, it kept us high, it kept us safe. It ran on the power of the sun. We didn't know how it worked.
Where was your arc?
Over the ocean.
No, but where is it now? Like,
Oh, it crashed, and she's gonna look at your maps.
Yeah.
The map doesn't go far enough up.
this
but,
will be useful information for Grey.
Yeah, she looks at your map and says, this doesn't go out far enough, but a few weeks' journey to the north, it crashed in the mountains. I managed to get out in time, but I've never found anyone else from there. But yeah, it was a wonderful thing. I didn't know how good I had it when I was up there. It was windy. But yeah, it kept us warm, it kept us safe. The elder said it was some kind of repair ship, and because of all the equipment on it, we could keep it running, but once he died, no one really knew how the engines worked, or the reactor, and when that broke, crashed. Pretty good salvage up there if you can get to it.
Yeah,
I
I
could
was
get back to
thinking
it.
that myself, and if we could reverse into any other technology, maybe. I don't know. This is for a gearhead, not for me, but it's useful information regardless.
Yeah, if only I got hold of some of the weapons in that, yeah, I'd have been much better suited for this place, but...
Weapon, you say?
Oh yeah, like, see how she holds up her rifle, kind of scrap. Like, see this? Dog shit. There's the rifles that repeated, you pull the trigger, and it would shoot multiple bullets at once. There was even weapons with that shot light. It could burn through metal. I never got to use one of them, but we talked about it. I've seen them use it.
I'll kind of like look over at Dodger and be like, we don't have time to go up that way, but we should inform the others in the Ark about this. This may be very, very useful information as a first stop.
I was going to say, should we not just do it ourselves, just in case?
No, I cannot carry
Logan
this.
wants to take the weeks-long journey.
Aye. We need vehicles to carry back the equipment. Remember that tractor we had?
Oh yeah. Well,
could-
I forgot back.
We're never gonna live that down, Marie.
Anyway,
Like 4 trucks out of it now.
anyway, what time would this be? I'm imagining we've been talking late at the night.
This is going to be late into the night. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here tonight because there's a lot of stuff we're going to stump to this.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was conscious that was a big lore dump, and I was like, the other players. I was like, maybe time to sleep, and we'll talk about it in the journey.
Absolutely, yeah. So we'll come to. I mean, if you want to take these guys back to the Ark,
I'll
they're more than
definitely
willing
take
to
them
go.
back to the Ark.
They've-
They're more than
they've very
ever
little in the way of, yeah. They've no bullets. They've very little of everything. But the idea of going to somewhere safety sounds good to them. I'll say that you guys can wake up and then use a return to the armory, and you can sleep on what you're going to do overnight, and then hopefully you can meet up next session and kind of work out what your next stage is going to be from here. We've got some stuff to do, but yeah, I think we'll just call it at that point. Has anyone got anything they want to add or anything they want to say before we finish up for their characters, so I know what to do for next week?
Not right now, no.
Okay, if there's not, okay, well, we can do it off stream, that's fine. Okay, guys, well, I'm just going to thank everyone. Everyone or anyone that ever watches this, we appreciate it very much. We'll put back to the normal length of episode next week, but, you know, it's first one back up to maybe how it gives a break. We're on D&D tomorrow. Anyone else got anything they want to plug?
No, I'm good. Just like to say, just DDD tomorrow, same time.
Same bad channel, same bad time. Cool.
Yep.
Marie? Fluffgar, buy my stuff.
Oh yeah, that thing. I draw things. Go and
buy our
ask
stuff.
me to draw things.
What about your friend's game? Some people might want to play that as well.
Buy that stuff as well.
Oh yes, a friend of mine made a game for what was it called again? The
Ouija
Amiga
Nights.
Blitz Basic Game Jam. Called Ouija Nights. It's his name on itch.io is Daedalus 2097. So if you go and
Daedalus.
if you go and look for that name and find the game Ouija Nights, then you should play it. But you're probably gonna need to figure out the Amiga emulator thing. There's something online you can put it into though, so I didn't ask him about that.
I'm sure you can. People are quite smart, they can work it
Aye.
Rachel, anything you want to plug?
Nope, got nothing. Just
We're not
thanks,
doing-
folks.
Dogs are
We've
good.
not got any special streams coming up anymore. We finished our special streams,
Oh.
It was weird because we plugged them for so long.
Yeah. Well, Demon Dog's got to start up. I just need to find out what players and what day is best suited.
Yeah,
I've-
Demon Dogs.
We're playing every day except Monday and Tuesday.
I may or may not be in that because I work all the time, but I will
Yeah.
try and drop him in.
That's why I'm very hyper aware of it, because we do have 2 games a week, and adding a third can be
I
dependent.
might be willing to alternate Mondays with you, but we'll see how we feel about that.
Oh no, it's,
Uh,
I
Oh,
also
but it's the algorithm, right? So, you know.
it is. We all have to discuss these things
Yeah.
and figure out what's happening. And Logan, do you have anything?
Logan
to
wants
plug?
employment. Employ him.
I've nothing. That's it.
Money.
He's definitely going to
employ 'em.
read the rules of Mutant at some point, though. We're very excited about that.
Logan would like to thank everybody
Well,
for
eventually
watching
will.
the stream.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't, like him, even when he's
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
show,
Well,
he
he
Never
won't-
watches
he won't
it.
watch it.
yeah, he brings a dog.
Promoting his doggo. That's it. There we go.
Yeah, it brings doggo.
And
He's
the other
all
dog was
forgiven.
dead.
Aww.
Oh.
Your
Real
pretend
life
dog was
doggo's
dead.
Oh
fine.
yeah. Oh wait, that looks real bad. He's got a new collar. I will let him vote him, but not. He's got a new collar, Star Wars collar.
Aw,
Can you
this is
stop
good.
it?
No, no.
Okay, right.
Right,
it's not
okay,
happening.
we'll let everyone go. Right, guys, thanks very much for watching. Bye.
Bye.